Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Next time your to-do list is too dang long, use Shipt same-day delivery. Shipt is a one-stop shopping and delivery solution for, well, just about anything. Groceries, shopped and delivered carefully by awesome shoppers from your neighborhood grocer. Pet supplies, picked up and dropped to your door from PetSmart. Crafts, tools, medicine, all deliverable from Michael's, Lowe's Home Improvement, CVS, and so many other stores. Ready to get things done? Download the Shipt app or visit Shipt.com. That's SHIPT.com. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. It's about getting the right person with the right background who can move your business forward. And to find candidates who match what you're looking for, trust Indeed sponsored jobs. Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. Give your job the best chance to be seen with Indeed sponsored jobs. They help you stand out and hire quality candidates who can drive the results you need. Sponsored jobs boost your post for quality candidates, so you can reach the exact people you want faster. Join the 1.6 million companies that sponsor their jobs with Indeed. Spend more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results now with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/listen. Just go to Indeed.com/listen right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/listen. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Do it the right way with Indeed.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, last Thursday for our big dummy poll, we asked you which of the following you would yell when having an orgasm. And it was either Leroy Jenkins, Hail Satan, the 1877 Cars for Kids jingle, or your parents' name. Now, we were asking hypothetically, but lo and behold, we got an email from a listener who put it to the test with his wife this past weekend. Now, we'll share his email in a few minutes, but if you're wondering, yes, it is a bit distracting. But apparently, people don't mind being distracted during sex. Well, at least not college students. So they did a survey of 100,000 college students, and they found that 35% of them, they've checked their phone during sex. And I don't mean just a quick glance, like they are sending text or scrolling through videos, etc., etc. Now, maybe I just like sex too much, but the idea of intentionally distracting myself while bumping uglies, that's ridiculous. But that's it. Like pretty much everyone, I have been distracted while doing the 2-person push-ups, if you will. And that's what today's question is all about. Look, whether it was on purpose, maybe you're driving and got hooked up, or something completely out of your control. Our question today, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex?
Be a part of the big show. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com. And now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Next time your to-do list is too dang long, use Shipt same-day delivery. Shipt is a one-stop shopping and delivery solution for, well, just about anything. Groceries, shopped and delivered carefully by awesome shoppers from your neighborhood grocer. Pet supplies, picked up and dropped to your door from PetSmart. Crafts, tools, medicine, all deliverable from Michael's, Lowe's Home Improvement, CVS, and so many other stores. Ready to get things done? Download the Shipt app or visit Shipt.com. That's SHIPT Indeed.com. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. It's about getting the right person with the right background who can move your business forward. And to find candidates who match what you're looking for, trust Indeed-sponsored jobs. Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. Give your job the best chance to be seen with Indeed-sponsored jobs. They help you stand out and hire quality candidates who can drive the results you need. Sponsored jobs boost your post for quality candidates, so you can reach the exact people you want faster. Join the 1.6 million companies that sponsor their jobs with Indeed. Spend more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results now with Indeed-sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/listen. Just go to Indeed.com/listen right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/listen. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Do it the right way with Indeed. It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows. And I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with. And Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hello, Charles. Away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,476. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat as we're celebrating 55 years here at the Rock of Seattle. Today, we go back to the 80s and some guilty pleasure songs. Now, if there was a decade that had more guilty pleasure songs than any other,
It's got to be the 80s, man.
you got to think about the wave of British music that came back around.
Oh, yeah.
But it was different than the first time around. First time around was Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, The Who,
Beatles,
Pink Floyd, all that kind of cool stuff. Second time around, it was like the Human League.
Right. Joy Division, Duran Duran.
Yeah, all these bands
that kind of
just
stuff.
had a very unique sound. Different types of songs from anywhere from like Tony Basil and Mickey to
Oh, I hate that song.
instrumentals like Don't Worry, Be Happy or,
Is that 80s?
Axel F or whatever that was.
That's a
But-
cool tune, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just different. The music was Taco putting on the Ritz. Just songs where you go, how in the hell?
After blow, down, no.
Men Without Hats, the safety dance. You could go on and on and
Yes,
on
you could.
about all these songs. Hell, Men at Work. I mean, it was a different time, and just about anything that was catchy and was MTVable could be a hit.
Absolutely.
And that was half of it. Half of it was the vision you got with these songs. More so even than the music. A lot of
Oh,
the
yeah,
times.
the videos a lot of times are bigger than the actual song.
And you know what? To be honest with you, at this radio station over 55 years, when new songs come out, you know, you listen to them for the first time and you think to yourself, is this rock or is it not? Or how does it fit into the rock world? And a lot of these bands, when they first came out, they did fit into the rock world. You could hear A Flock of Seagulls, I Ran So Far Away
Oh, yeah, for
on this
sure.
radio station. You could hear a lot of different things. Huey Lewis in the News. Bands that you might, think are on that fringe, but are not.
Still got played.
They still got played on this radio station. Hell, I listen to Pink Floyd to this day and think to myself, how in the hell is this rock? And I like Pink Floyd.
No, but you're right.
Super
They're not rock.
Yeah, super
But you like them.
bands like that where you go, all right, well, but they all fell under that umbrella at the time.
Yep.
So did the 80s. So today,
The 80s for rock, too, it's just excess.
Yeah, absolutely. Motley Crue, like all that stuff. It was the glam metal years, man. And it was all about, look, either we're drinking, we're effing, or we're getting high. And in some cases, we're doing all three. And we want you to know it.
That's right.
There wasn't a video that had an ugly chick in it. Right? I mean, my God, it's the first time I saw Tawny Katan. I'm like, wow, that chick's hot. Turns out she's also badass crazy, but didn't know it at the time.
Those videos were Twisted Sister. There's a story behind these videos.
Yeah.
You know, like Thriller. There was a story behind these videos.
Yeah.
So, just a different time. But we've got 10 classic guilty pleasure songs from the 80s coming up. And as we're mentioned in the 55-year anniversary here at KISW, if you go to the website, it's new and designed to represent some of the past inclinations of this radio station.
All right.
So now we're in the FM 99.9 years. There was also FM 100 back in the day and all this. So there are photo galleries up there. Hell, there are photos from even live night on Friday night. If you didn't get a chance to make it up there, pictures are up there. If you've been listening to the station for a number of years, some of the great alumni that have been a part of this radio station, they're all featured. What are they up to now? What are they doing? Some became executives and ended up being like the president of MTV. Yeah. Others, like Adam Gerke, TV star, you know. Yep. When you go down the list of all these people, it's quite the group. And if, memory serves, you'll remember some of these shows, Langan and West, the BJ Shea Show. All these different things are there, and you can catch up with your favorite old alumni from KISW. Photos are up there. There's a bunch of different interviews, all the things that 55 years of being a part of this radio station. Hey, pictures of Castle interviewing Ozzy Osbourne. Just some really cool stuff from over the years. And I flipped through them earlier today, and I'm like, man, that'd have been cool to be here then.
Yep. And we've been here for a hot minute.
When you think about, Steve Slayton and all those guys talking about the times that Van Halen came in the studio.
And just doing blow.
And just absolutely started the party at, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. They're going to go do a show at 9 o'clock at night. But, man, they're starting early, man. They're having a good time doing it. So all that and more, including that brand new shirt, is at KISW.com. Okay, today on the question, as you said last Thursday on the poll, we basically said every time you come to completion, you're going to do one of these 4 things.
Yeah.
And as you said, Ted, no one voted for screaming out your mom or dad's name.
Correct. On Twitter, that's one of the few times, or X, whatever you call it, that's one of the few times we have had a zero. Not one person voted for it.
We had one caller that said it, and that was it.
Yeah. So we had a variety of different things you could say. And then we come in today and we get this email. It says, hola, guys. This weekend, I tried out the finishing moves from your last poll. The first one was Leroy Jenkins. My wife bit my shoulder out of frustration for spoiling the moment. Leroy Jenkins. Second was Hail Satan in the satanic voice. My wife laughed at that one, but was annoyed because she knew what else I was trying to do. The last one was the Cars for Kids. I could not get through that jingle without laughing at how dumb it was. I did not say my parents' name because I'm not that committed to the bit. But I'm happy to help with any future work on your polls. Cheers, bitches. That from Ryan. Ryan, thank you for putting that to a scientific test.
I like that he had sex 3 times over the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, man.
Good for you.
Side note there. Hell yeah.
All kinds of weird things can happen during sex. And depending on how old you are, what technology was available. We start with this story that says college has always involved a little multitasking. Someone's roommate is asleep there and 3 feet away, and maybe you want to have some sex with someone. Someone's thinking about a paper due tomorrow. Someone's hoping this doesn't turn into a whole relationship conversation. What is not new is the phone. Not nearby buzzing on the dresser. We're talking about actively in someone's hand. And according to a recent survey from the New York Post, more than 1 in 3 U.S. college students admit they've checked their phone during coitus. Not afterward. Not to change the music. During. The survey, conducted through the campus-focused apps Yik Yak and SideChat, never heard of either one of those, polled roughly 100,000 Americans between 18 and over who are in college. About 35% said that they have pulled out their device mid-hookup to send a text or scroll through a video.
I mean, damn, man. How bad is the sex? Like, what are you texting someone? Like, no matter, in my mind, if I'm having sex, like, it can wait.
But there's all kinds of, believe it or not, I was reading more into this. There's all kinds of different things that people do.
All right.
So, for an example, let's just say you're getting hooked up, all right?
Yeah.
Now, you have that flashlight attachment on your phone, all right? A lot of people have been putting that down near said person from the side, and projecting that image up onto the wall. So you're seeing
like
this,
a shadow puppet.
Yeah, exactly. You're seeing this giant version of
All
what's
right.
happening.
That's not so bad.
But that you're using your phone. You're doing other things.
Little distracting.
Well, I mean, it's just.
I mean, if I don't have to pay attention, if she's doing all the work, I might,
yeah.
depending on what time of the evening
Right.
it is, might be like, all right, dude, give me like 20 more minutes. I'll be there.
Checking scores.
They say
Yeah,
it's.
well, I was saying, or just if it's Saturday night, in college, you got to think like Friday and Saturday nights are massively important, and you're
Sure,
always going out.
yeah.
So I could see checking a text and be like, oh, give me like 20 minutes, dude, I'll be there.
Oh, yeah. Look, man, you guys know Veggie Dog.
Check that. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's probably more.
So Veggie Dog is he's the voice of a lot of our commercials, and he worked here for a number of years, and he also does a lot of television commercials. All right, so mid coitus at one point in time, the TV is on. All right, and they go to commercial break, and one of the commercials was Jason.
So you hear his voice.
I'm like, I'm in the middle of it, and I'm listening to this idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. And it was just distracting. And I was like, oh, my God, audibly.
That would be very distracting. Yes.
What? Nothing. No. Tell me what? Nothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Just keep going.
Well, it matters to me now. All right. That's my coworker that I work with. That's his voice. Just kind of threw me off
Right.
on that commercial. She's like, "That's your coworker?" And I'm like, "Yes." I was like,
So now you have to have a conversation about it. Like,
He's
come
across
on.
the hall. I hear his voice all the time. He's a buddy of mine, but this is not what I expected to, have the voice of Jason blast through the television at this moment in time. So it was a little odd. So they do say on the story, it's easy to read the stat as a joke about the attention spans of people. But phones aren't just distractions anymore. They are security blankets. They are anxiety regulators. It's muscle memory for some students. Reaching for a screen during sex isn't about boredom or disrespect. They say it's about a habit, nerves, or staying tethered to the world that never turns off.
I smoke. It's a habit. I do not light up in the middle of sex. I mean, like, I get you have a habit. People have a lot of habits, but I mean, like...
I have.
Lit up a cigarette.
While getting hooked up.
Well, maybe if I'm getting hooked up, like,
Yeah.
sure.
But also, your
Maybe.
habit is kind of conditioned to go outside and have that cigarette. So
It
their
is true.
habit is just used to picking it up. Like,
Okay, even if I'm having sex outside, someone be like, oh, you know what? I smoke out here. Let's just get to it.
I mean, I like that stat. I think that's better. It's like she's not insulting you. She just out of habit saw the phone and picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to me, that would just scream like, you are not doing a good job.
No.
But that would be my thought. I get it's a habit. Maybe they just grab the phone, but it'll still be like, I suck at this so badly. Like you're looking at your phone. We are having sex.
Right.
I'm like, yeah.
Well, look, I mean, someone's asked, watching football on a Sunday, is there anything you want to do? And I was like, yeah, you know what? How about that? And then I'm smoking a joint and watching the Ravens.
Right.
Yeah.
And that request was granted.
Oh, cool.
So I'm smoking a joint, watching the football game, getting hooked up.
You know, there's nothing.
I mean,
wrong with it.
the only thing else I could have used was like chicken wings or something.
But at least they asked.
Yeah.
It'd be one
Well,
thing
yeah.
if she was hooking you up, all right, and the TV had not been on, and then you reached the remote and turned it on to mention the game's on. I don't think they're going to be as cool about that.
The only one I had to turn off was in the other room was South Park, and I could hear them.
It wasn't making
So
you
did you
laugh.
get up and go turn
It
the
wasn't making me laugh, but remember, like it's for adults, but they sound like children.
So you're just hearing kids' voices.
Right, just hearing kids. I was like, hang on. She's like, what? I was like, I got to turn that TV off. It is killing me.
They say the same survey offers a more relatable snapshot of what college sex actually looks like right now. Nearly 23% of respondents say they've had sex while their roommate was still in the room. Meanwhile, 72% said they met their current or most recent partner in person, not through an app. None of that. That detail alone complicates the idea that young people have abandoned real-life intimacy. You're not going out. It's not like they're meeting up on the
I don't
phone.
think so. I don't know. Like I said, I've been distracted during sex, but not voluntarily distracted.
Yeah.
Like maybe my phone buzzes, but I'm not even going to check it for fear that it might be bad news. You know what I mean? Like you hear the phone, it's across the room. Like I'm not checking it because it might be the worst news in the world, and the truth that's going to wreck this moment. But if they got a couple, because if it is bad news, it'll still be bad news when I'm done. It can wait, and even if it's good news, it can still be good news. But I'm going to finish this up first.
Yeah. Well, I told you I went to. It was a distraction, but it was a notable one. Went to the Gorge. I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
To see the Zach Brown band. All
All right.
So I can't remember what this special occasion was. Either way, baby, I'm going to hook it up. We're going to get a room at KB.
All right, very nice.
All right. So I had a couple rooms left. I'm like, I am hooking this up. This is going to be great. I don't have to drive home. I can get some drinks. I just got to figure out how to walk my way around to get in there, and I'm good to go, right? So we get there a little bit early. We check in before the show, and it turns out that I do not have an actual room at Cave B. I have a yurt, which is about...
How did you not know that?
It just said a room was available at Cave B.
They didn't tell you that it's a yurt?
I knew where it was. I did not know.
It had to have said it was a yurt.
It probably did, Ted, but I didn't look.
Honestly,
I
there's
just
no
Googled the
way they
pictures.
just go like, yeah, you're in a yurt, but no one told your
But
ass.
his yurt is about, I don't know, 100 yards away from the building. Okay. But I get a yurt. Now, listen, the yurt is fairly nice. It really is. I want to say it was on a concrete platform. It was a big one. It had a running shower.
How did your partner feel about this? Because you
My
said,
wife at the time.
I have a room at Cave
Yeah.
B. That's different than I got
said-
a yurt
I said-
near Cave B.
I said, this is what we got. Now, you got to remember, when we're walking up to this thing, they're numbered, right?
Yeah.
So there's a trail. But there are dead rattlesnakes all over this trail, okay? From them being shot and blown up because they're in this area, right? Not a big deal. I'm not freaked out. They're all dead, blah, 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 blah.
All right, I'm looking at them. I mean, they're legit yurts.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
yurt.
sure it's fine.
It's a
I
yurt.
would just want to know.
Well, Exactly. All right. So, in the before we go to the show, we decided we're going to hook it up real quick. And at this point in time, I am looking up at the ceiling in the yurt.
All right.
Okay, so I'm looking up because I see something, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what is that?" The biggest spider I have is right above us. This is the biggest spider I have ever seen outside of someone owning a tarantula or going to the zoo. I don't know what the hell this thing was. It was a goddamn monster. All right. Now, one thing you have to know about my then wife: not a fan of spiders.
Right.
If she saw that, our bags would be packed. We would put them in the trunk. She would say, "I don't care how much this costs. I'm not staying in there. I'm not doing this. No way." And I'm looking up there. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, a couple of things. First of all, there's no way that we can roll over. She cannot be on her back and look
Because she
up.
cannot see the sweat.
She cannot see this thing. All right. So this is going to be the way it's going to be. There's only one other way it's going to be with her head facing that direction as possible. That's it. But she can't look up. No way. So I'm watching this thing crawl around. And I mean,
So it is moving.
it's huge. But it's right above us. Like, and I'm like, hold on, buddy. Hold on, don't fall. Like, whatever you do not fall on this bed, So she's doing her thing. And then, thank God, she never knows it. We're done. She wants to jump in the shower real quick. And I'm like, all right, sure, go ahead, take a shower. I can't remember what I did. I think I'm about to run down to the actual hotel.
Yeah.
And grabbed a bottle of wine and a 6-pack of beer or whatever so we could get a couple drinks in us.
Yeah.
So I go down there and pick some stuff up. And when I come back, she's still in the shower. And I look up, and he's gone. And I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. Like, this guy is in here. I have no idea where. I don't know how he got, because he wasn't moving very fast. And I was only gone for like 5 minutes. So, like, where did this guy go? So now I'm combing this yurt, looking for this giant spider. Did it fall on the bed? Is it on the floor someplace? Where did it go? Because if it was crawling on that ceiling, it still had a long way to go to get all the way down because it's kind of like a dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would see him on the wall someplace.
You can also just drop. Spiders are good at that.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. But wouldn't there be like a little thread coming down off the wall?
It's hard to
Sometimes they'll
see.
just drop.
Ceiling?
Yeah. I
So-
mean, even without the web, sometimes they'll just kind of right themselves, land on their feet,
But
and go
that
somewhere.
damn thing was right above the top of the bed. So
Yeah.
now I'm picking up, and also it wasn't like we made the bed again. The sheets are all torn up, everything. And I'm picking up sheets. I'm picking up pillows. I'm picking up the blanket. I'm like, where did this guy crawl? Where is this damn thing? And she gets out of the shower. I don't say a word.
Of course.
Said, okay, all right. I did make the bed because I wanted to see if I could find this damn thing and see where it went. Because you could spot it. It was easily.
Yeah.
But the entire time that we were having sex, the only thing on my mind is, please do not fall off the top of the ceiling. I don't want to not stay here. I
Right.
do not want to start this whole process over again. I know damn well there's probably no hotel rooms in Ellensburg because I want to say He did like an entire weekend of shows.
Yeah, Zach Brown
He did
sold
like a
that
couple
joint out.
nights.
Yeah.
So, and we were there on a Saturday or whatever. I'm like, there's no way there's going to be a room available. I am not driving to Suncadia. I am not trying to figure out how this is going to work out. I need to stay in this damn thing if the spider's in here or not. I never saw the thing again. The show was great.
Oh, he saw you.
We came back, man, and but the entire time, like we're walking back.
And all you can think is,
KB.
please,
All I'm
Spider,
thinking is,
please.
You cannot be out. You cannot be in eyesight. Please, to God, I don't care if you're hiding underneath my pillow. Just don't be visible when we walk in here. I mean, it was the size of my hand. It was like I don't know if it was a wolf spider that just got way too big.
I can't believe you stayed calm, man.
Well, I mean,
look,
I'm having sex, but I just couldn't believe how fat it was.
I know, but I mean,
how
like, hey,
hairy
babe,
it was.
we got to get back to this. I'm not okay because I'm staring at a giant spider buzz. No matter how good it is, I'm just not comfortable with that. Because it could be almost any other bug. It could be like 8 bees. Would not care.
Yeah.
Something about a giant spider. I'm like, I'm not okay with this. We got to get this thing out of there.
Trying to figure out if I can see what this thing is. I mean,
is it one of these things you're looking at?
It was like this big.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I'm done.
It was like that. It was just huge.
No.
And I couldn't believe the wingspan on it. So I don't know.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't know what the hell this thing was.
I'd have called it quits.
Well, wasn't that guy. I don't know. Either way, might have been this guy.
Oh, come on.
That's Central Washington. Look at that thing.
That's the thing.
I think that's the thing that was on the ceiling.
Dude.
No,
Sorry.
I'm not kidding.
No, I would have cut it off. I'd be like, I am not having
That's the
sex
thing
right now.
because it looked like a tarantula.
Could you fight through that much?
But it looked like a desert tarantula.
So if you saw, you're with me, right? Like, even though I saw, like, bam, I'm done.
You could eat the meat out of those legs.
Yeah.
You're like a crab. Look at that thing. That's insane. Yeah, that was.
Spiders don't bug me as much. I just wouldn't have stayed there because of the snakes.
A spider that big, though? Like, look, man, if it's a little spider, I can go like, all right, I'm going to ignore this. Something that big directly above me, even if I'm getting hooked up, like, no.
Even if I'm getting hooked up, like there's certain things that are no longer under power at that point.
Yeah, and look, I don't care what anybody says. It might have been as tight as it could possibly be as far as being locked up, as far as the yurt itself. But there's gaps in that stuff.
Of course.
I mean, if you want to get in and you're an animal, you can get the hell in there. Snake, spider, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure someone has had a snake encounter in one of those yurts based on all the dead snakes that were on that trail on the way up.
I could do better with a snake than a spider.
I asked the guy. He said, don't worry about it. He said, they don't come out at night because I was walking back up after the show. And he goes, normally what we'll do is we'll wait for the sun to come out, then they come out in sun, and we got a sawed-off shotgun, and we just go out there and we blow them away.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fair enough, because that's what we were seeing was the remnants.
But they leave them there.
You also have to remember.
That's the weird part.
Have to remember.
I would think if you killed the snake, you would also like clean up, not like blow his head off and just leave the rest of the body sitting there.
You have to, as far as what snakes love, and I know this for a fact, they love grapes. All right? They love them. All right? Black snakes, rattlesnakes.
Why do you know this?
Because my buddy has a winery in West Virginia, and growing up, that's one of the
so
things.
all the snakes are eating the grapes.
They're going to town on them.
Really?
Constantly. They're the number one problem you have to worry about. Deer don't do nearly the damage that black snakes and rattlesnakes do.
Eating grapes.
They house them.
Huh.
They love them. Especially when they fall to the ground and start to ferment, they like to get really messed up. So they eat the living hell out of them. We are in an orchard. We are in
a vineyard.
A vineyard. That's where this stuff is. So it's like that. We're where the food is.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the snakes. Our question: what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Life gets a lot easier once you start using Shipt same-day delivery. With Shipt, order from your fave national and local stores handled by shoppers who are detail-oriented and reliable. While they hand-select everything on your list, you get peace of mind and time back for anything. An extra cup of coffee, an extra hour to work out, an extra moment in your day to enjoy your way. Sound nice? Download the Shipt app or visit Shipt.com. That's SHIPT.com. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. It's about getting the right person with the right background who can move your business forward. And to find candidates who match what you're looking for, trust Indeed sponsored jobs. Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. Give your job the best chance to be seen with Indeed sponsored jobs. They help you stand out and hire quality candidates who can drive the results you need. Sponsored jobs boost your post for quality candidates, so you can reach the exact people you want faster. Join the 1.6 million companies that sponsor their jobs with Indeed. Spend more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results now with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/listen. Just go to Indeed.com/listen right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/listen. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Do it the right way with Indeed. It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows. And I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with. And Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't exactly sex? Might have been involved in it, but
Sure.
you know, it wasn't your plan. Like the ice cube. Was that planned?
Well, no. But, I mean,
But it was a game, right?
right, it was like a game. It's like dice.
Okay.
You roll the dice. It tells you to do something.
Oh, it was like an actual sex game.
Yeah.
What else was on there? I mean, if you
what are other options?
anything
Now.
I can remember
It
doing
was a
it.
long time ago. It ended quickly.
But you had to get up and get an ice cube, I guess.
Yeah, that would be kind of the
Yeah.
distract, right? Like, I got to physically get up, leave, go to the freezer, get an ice cube.
Well, it's more of like a foreplay game.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Hola.
My first time caller.
Well, thank you, man.
Welcome
we
to the
appreciate
show.
it.
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys, sometimes I'll be doing the horizontal mambo with my girlfriend, and I mean, she's been doing this from the start, but she'll like pick up her water bottle and start drinking that, or hit her vape.
Her vape?
Her vape.
I mean, the water
Yeah.
bottle, I go like, all right, man, sometimes
The thirsty,
you work
yeah.
yourself to that point. But like the vape, like, damn, man, really? You can't. Did you ever say anything? Like, you can't just wait a second, or have you just let it go?
I mean, it was weird in the beginning. I was like, am I doing something wrong here? I'm like,
Exactly.
but no, she's been doing it, so I started doing it with her. I'm like, if you're gonna hit your vape, I'll hit mine.
You know what? Nothing wrong with that.
Right, couple of vapes together, stays
so
together.
I'm curious. If you or your girlfriend decide you're going to vape mid-coitus, is there a position you need to be in, or it doesn't matter? Like, if she's on top of you, I understand she can reach for a vape, hit it. But, like, if you're on top, would she still reach for the vape and hit that thing?
Maybe, but not if I was like behind her though. I don't think she'd do it if I was behind her. That'd be kind of weird. It already is kind of weird. But,
I'm going to say,
you
what,
know,
with that point, what difference does it make? I mean, like, if you're doing the 60 noise, I would think that would be a little weird. Like, yeah, hang on one second, baby, let me hit this. But, yeah.
My roommate Chad we had a little black plastic ashtray.
Yeah.
And he put it on his girlfriend's back when he was smoking one time.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Put it on her back.
On her back.
Damn.
Yeah, just kept smoking. I was like, that's
wow.
That's a move.
Okay.
That's a move.
And she was cool with that, I guess.
Yeah. I guess he'd already gone one time, so he was kind of he could go again, but he was just trying.
Wait, did he like the first time he did it? Did he ask or did he just do the move?
I think he just did it.
Just did it. Just put it on her
Just
back.
because he was
lit a
reaching,
cigarette.
kept ashing, like reaching over to ash.
That makes, so to make it more
He
convenient.
just grabbed
right.
the ashtray, put it right on her back.
Yeah.
Just smoked.
Damn,
All
man.
right.
I guess he really needs that cigarette.
Yeah.
God.
Golly.
Yeah, I never pulled that. I will say one of the more distracting things, and it's nobody's fault. It was just a situation. A chick years ago, and finally hook up with her. Very happy about this, but she had there's her college graduation picture is on her wall. A bunch of pictures on the wall, but the college graduation picture. No big deal. The problem was, and she's standing in between her parents, so her mom and her dad are on either side of her, and it's. You ever seen like some photographs or some pictures where it just feels like the eyes follow you no matter where you are? So, and I swear, like her dad just had this static smile on his face, but I swear to God, it looked like the mom's eyes were following, and then I couldn't take my eyes off of it. So I'm having sex with this chick. I don't even know if I even looked at her after that. I'm looking at her mother because it's just weird. So I realize I'm kind of like moving my head just a little bit, and all I can think is like her freaking eyes are following me, man. And it was very disconcerting.
Yeah,
because I felt like her mother was in the room staring at me having sex with her daughter.
Oh,
and I
no.
know she wasn't, but I couldn't get it out of my head at that point. And I'm like, this kind of sucks, And I never told her like I was distracted by that picture, but I tried not to have sex with her in that room again.
I had a girlfriend who lived at home with her parents, but her room was still her room.
Like from childhood?
Yeah. I mean, there was some things had changed, but for the most part, no. And she, since it is Mardi Gras, she collected those kind of like porcelain.
Oh, the masks?
Dolls, the masks. She had shelves up with stuffed animals and these dolls. One looked like the clown from Poltergeist. These were just very expensive, I guess. These are things that you collect and save and all that stuff. But it was really, really, really creepy. It was just very distracting.
Did you feel like you had an audience with the stuffed animals staring at you?
Well, the stuffed animals were weird enough because it just, when you think stuffed animals, you think like, there's something the kids like. So back to, what you were saying about South Park and just the voices and all that stuff, Yeah. It was her room growing up. She was an adult.
Sure.
She lived at home. She went to, community college. All that. It's just the fact that, man, it was tough to do it in there.
Just because all the stuffed animals and the mask. What was more distracting?
There were stuffed
the
animals on
mask?
the bed that we had to take off.
That's weird. If you got to move stuffed animals off the bed to have sex,
and she had a ton of.
But I think until about 30, especially nowadays, people still live at home. I've done it before in my 20s.
Look,
I'm just sideswipe those little bastards off. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Right. They're not going to be happy. It's just get them out of here.
Right.
Yeah. Well, not good. A couple of comments here. It says, this is going to be a little bit tame, guys, but in the middle of it, one of us, I forget which one, got really thirsty. Went to the kitchen to get a glass of water. Well, I saw the watering pot was out and remembered I forgot to water my plants for the week. So I watered my plants real quick before going back to the bedroom.
They can wait, man.
Well, I mean, so can she, I guess.
Yeah.
I got caught with, when I was 16, having sex with a strobe light on that I'd gotten for Christmas. My mom walked in and proceeded to scream at me.
With the strobe light.
I don't know if I could do that with a strobe light.
That would be very distracting. I mean, it could be done, but that's a bit much.
Mm-hmm. I had taken a CPR course, and the instructor had told us that when giving mouth to mouth, you have to plug the person's nose so that the air doesn't come rushing out. So me and my girlfriend at the time were going at it, and this pops into my head. So without thinking it through, I quickly pulled my mouth over her nose and blew into it over her mouth. It made a very odd noise, and I couldn't help but laugh at it. I was quickly punched in the shoulder, but it had to be done for science, I guess. And one more. I went with this girl who was into fetish stuff. We got some weird ideas and decided to recreate some of the things. So one night, I wrapped her from head to toe, except for one place, in saran wrap, and had a straw out of her mouth so she could breathe. It was incredibly weird.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd be into that, man.
I don't think I would be either.
Yeah, just completely covered in saran wrap. All right, man.
Good for you. Good for you.
Well, that's what you want to do.
I think
Why is she covered in saran wrap?
They're into fetishes. They were trying different things, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look, that
Latex I've heard of, but just saran wrap?
Well, she may have been into latex, but didn't have any available.
That's also, I hope she was tiny. Seems like an awful lot of, like, I don't have that much saran wrap.
Yeah,
do you?
Depending who you're with.
Well,
yeah, I mean, if she's more than 115, like, you're screwed.
Yeah, like, I don't know if
most
I can
women
cover
are. I am not shaming anybody's bodies, but I'm just dead serious. Like, I don't know that I've ever dated anybody that I have enough saran wrap to cover that.
Would you tell them that up front, or would you just let it run out as you go? Like, would you say, "Baby, I hear you, but honest to God, man, I don't have enough saran wrap."
Right? Just give me a heads up, like 2 days before, so I can hit Costco.
Yep.
Right? I mean, we're talking about a human.
Yeah. How much saran? You don't think if you just bought? Think the average sized woman, you just you buy a thing of saran wrap, you don't think there's enough in there to cover them head to toe?
No.
Really?
No.
I think.
I mean, with that said, I rarely use saran wrap. More of a foil guy.
I prefer foil.
I wrap a girl in foil.
We don't even have saran wrap. We have the press and stick, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is that still cool? That's the thing. I'd have to ask these questions. Like, look, I have the press and seal. Is that cool? If that's not cool, then we have aluminum foil. And that's it. Or
if I'm to the point where she's like, you need to cover me in saran wrap, I'm going to say, honey, let's just drive down to Lover's and find some stuff to put on.
Sure.
Because one, it just takes too long.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get to this, man. You know what I mean? Like, wrapping your ass up in saran wrap. They got to cut out a hole for your vagina and all. Like, I don't want to go through all this.
My buddy Joe, who was my roommate.
Why don't I just blindfold you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a big dude. He was like 6'4", just absolute. He looked like Bigfoot.
All right.
He was an offensive tackle. He was covered in hair. He is like he's like the sheriff of some county in Pennsylvania now. He's been a police officer his entire life, which, if you know him,
all right,
is amazing based on the fact that I know what he's done. But he was in his bedroom with some girl, and Joe absolutely, couth-wise, just did not care about anything.
All right.
So he walks out, man, at full attention. And he walks into the living room where I'm at. He's like, Miles. I'm like, oh, Jesus, Joe, what? And he's like, hey, man, do we got like any lotion or anything like that? I'm like, man, I've got like some lotion in the bathroom that I use for my body. He's like, all right, cool. He goes in there and he grabs the lotion. He comes back out into the living room and he's talking to me. Yeah, man, I bet this chick at DJ's, man. Lotions himself up. He's like, man, it's crazy, man. We've been in there for hours. Walks back into the bedroom, closes the door, and I'm just like, I did not need to see that. Correct. He could have came out in shorts. Anything else?
Right.
He just walked out of full attention, went in there,
and lubed himself up in front of you.
Pumped up with whatever lotion I had, put it on himself, and walked back into the bedroom. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I had a roommate. He's a good-looking dude. He's like DB, right? Like your buddy, okay?
All right.
Real good-looking guy, but he'd been dating someone forever. They are now married, have like 475 kids. But at this time, they're dating. We had a party. This is downtown Baltimore. And he's having sex with her, or he's going to have sex with her, right? And I don't know this at the time, but they're up on the roof, which, again, fine, because there's people all over the house. But I have to work the next day, so I'm now in bed. I'm just like, whatever. I'm going to sleep, and I'm on the third floor, and I hear a knock on my window. So I'm just like, what the F? And he is butt-ass naked, and he's hanging by the fire escape, and it's like, dude. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, I can't remember dude's now wife's name, but say, I'm going to have sex with what's-her-face. I'm like, okay, why are you naked on the third floor? He's like, do you have any rubbers? I'm like, I do, and I'm not using them. So we don't say anything. We're just looking at each other. I'm like, yeah, just wait there. Open the drawer, pull out a condom, hand it to him, and I just remember his little pasty naked head. He's like, thanks, bro, good looking now. And then his naked head just scurries back up the ladder. And I'm like, he's above me having sex now. It's just the weirdest thing. I'm like, who is at my window? The only other time I've heard someone knock on a window that high was Salem's freaking lot. Yeah, but a little floating vampire. So I'm like, what the F? And there he is, just naked. Come on, man, hurry up. Like, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Good times. Driving down to the coast of...
The chick was hot, too.
Of North Carolina.
She was super hot.
I'm driving down 95, the equivalent of I-5. But it's about a 7 or 8 hour drive.
Yeah.
And we had the condo like 10 o'clock in the morning. You could check in, whatever the deal was. So we decided we're going to just... we stayed up all night, all the time partying. Anyway, we're going to drive on the overnight. That way we can get there as soon as we can, not wasting any time on this condo. So that was probably driving, just the act of driving while doing something.
Yeah.
Because you really need to pay attention because it's the equivalent of I-5. But there was really nobody on the road on the overnight at that point in time. So she started to get frisky, and that went down probably for about 10 miles.
All right.
Before I just cut it off. I was like, man.
Why'd you cut it off? You're just getting too distracted?
I was getting nervous.
Like a mouth hug or like sex?
Sex.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
She's
driving.
How is she pulling this off? So, I mean, you looking around her?
She's facing me.
Right.
And I'm driving like this.
You got to lean your head over.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just like, all right, well.
Where were you driving?
I was driving to the Outer Banks, North Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, some of those speed limits are like 60, 65. Like,
yeah.
Well, I was on 95.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going that fast. You got to focus.
Yes, exactly. And there was like 18-wheelers. There was a couple of them that passed us.
Of course.
This is not good because that was back in the days with CBs and stuff. It's like, hey, man, if you see that blue Oldsmobile,
take a look inside.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of room in the front, plenty of room in the back. It was a big boat of a car.
I mean, even when she mounted you, were you still driving?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I just pulled the seat back a little bit.
Well, sure.
And then, whatever.
But you didn't bump your leg and like actually hit the brake or
nothing. I look, I'm young, I'm dumb. This is a bad decision.
You're horny.
I'm admitting it, but at the same point in time, I was like, all right, well, it's 3:00 in the morning. There's really nobody out here.
But you cut it off.
Game on. Yes.
Why? If you've gone 10 miles, right? Look, I understand all
do you know
the safety
concerns. Do you know what my honest to God thought was?
No.
My honest to God thought was this, and I didn't really know how things worked, but when that 18-wheeler went by and honked,
yeah,
I did not know if he was going to get on his CB and say, guess what I just saw driving out.
Of course he is.
I don't know if police listen to that channel. Like that.
That was actually your concern then? Like,
yeah, those are the things going through my head. Like, I'm going to get pulled over because, he saw what was going on. And probably because then another 18-wheeler comes up behind us. And he gets behind me, puts his light. I mean, he is on me.
He put the lights on.
I mean, he's on me. And then he slowly pulls around me. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's two. I'm like, we can't do this anymore. This was that was one of those things. I was just like, I'm just getting wigged out a little. Like, we're almost there. We got like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours to get there.
And did you hook it up when you got there?
Actually, no. I think we went to sleep because we've been driving all night. We were trying to.
I don't blame you at all. That would be the idea of it sounds exciting and fun.
Sure.
But you're right. Once she's like in the throes of it, you're like, this doesn't seem very safe.
Also,
and then you got all those traffic trailers.
Also, like,
and they're talking on CB.
I don't know what the distance is, but when you're on 95 and you're going through Washington D.C., there's a stretch of road after you get out of the Beltway that's fairly dead. But we were kind of pulling into the downtown Richmond area. So that's a pretty major town. This is the state capital. So the more we were getting closer to Richmond, now kind of like when you're going into Olympia, how they have the lights on the interstate that kind of light everything up. Most state capitals, believe it or not, have the interstates lit up around them.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is, but we started to hit those lights, and I'm just like, man, let's just wait.
It's so bright.
Let's just wait. Yeah. This is not a good idea. It was a fun and exciting thing. Like I told all my friends.
Yeah,
of course.
But yeah,
I told all my friends.
Well, I did. Guess what I did? Because I'd never done it before.
Yeah, I've never gotten hooked up on driving. Gotten a mouth hug, but never like full on.
Yep.
Right.
And even the mouth hug, and I'm sure every guy thinks the same thing. Like, please do not rear end anyone. Because you got teeth in her mouth, man. I was thinking, if someone slams in the back of us, or if I slam in the back of someone else, I just feel like I'm going to lose my penis. The thing's going to get snapped off. Because I want to say, I read something years ago. I think it was, chick was delivering a mouth hug, and I want to say they rear-ended someone, but what made it worse was the freaking airbag. But it hits her in the back of the head, right, and basically just smashes her face deeper into his groin. So the point is, when the EMTs get there, like, that was the first extraction. It was basically to remove her head from his groin. I mean, they're both alive, but it's just like they couldn't move. Because the way the car bent, the airbag blows out, and so she's just, got a mouthful of penis with this airbag pressed against the back of her head. And I'm like, that's a hell of a thing.
Yep.
That is a hell of a thing.
Again, just mouth hugs, but I had family in town.
All right.
So I was dating, it's like, I don't know, like Thanksgiving night or something. So she's going to go home, but she's like, I'll hook you up, right, in the car before she leaves. But we're in my garage in the building I lived in.
Okay.
But so other people can park down there.
Correct. So it didn't bother me, but I don't know if she was like, and I was just like, you can't, like, no, not time for a breath. She's like, what? I was like my neighbor is waving at me.
Oh.
Just hang on.
Oh, no way.
The neighbor was waving.
Just a random neighbor just came out, and I'm just in this passenger seat. They don't know. They're like, what up, Dad? I'm just like, hey. Just like, please don't sit all the way up.
What's up, man? Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She's like, is he gone? Yeah.
Jesus. Our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, why are you so uncompromising? A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Next time your to-do list is too dang long, use Shipt same-day delivery. Shipt is a one-stop shopping and delivery solution for, well, just about anything. Groceries, shopped and delivered carefully by awesome shoppers from your neighborhood grocer. Pet supplies, picked up and dropped to your door from PetSmart. Crafts, tools, medicine, all deliverable from Michael's, Lowe's Home Improvement, CVS, and so many other stores. Ready to get things done? Download the Shipt app or visit Shipt.com. That's SHIPT.com. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. It's about getting the right person with the right background who can move your business forward. And to find candidates who match what you're looking for, trust Indeed sponsored jobs. Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. Give your job the best chance to be seen with Indeed sponsored jobs. They help you stand out and hire quality candidates who can drive the results you need. Sponsored jobs boost your post for quality candidates, so you can reach the exact people you want faster. Join the 1.6 million companies that sponsor their jobs with Indeed. Spend more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results now with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/listen. Just go to Indeed.com/listen right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/listen. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Do it the right way with Indeed. It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows. And I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with. And Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans. And we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows, and I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with, and Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lainey. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
We got you.
All right. So this was quite a few years ago, before I was a mom. And I was kind of talking to this guy who was a coworker of a friend in a restaurant. And he just happened to be sober, this guy. He didn't drink at all. But didn't mind that I...
Hello?
Well, I go out to the bar and get very, very intoxicated. And he's like, yeah, let's hang out. I don't care that you're drunk. I'll drive you home. And I'm like, sure, whatever. Sounds fun. We get down to business. And this is where things kind of get blurry for me. Because I don't, specifically remember that.
Oh,
Hello?
no.
Hello?
Hello? Tell us you're still there. All right, call back when you get in better range.
Yeah, I want to hear the rest of that story.
Yeah.
It gets a little fuzzy for me here.
Yeah.
And that's when the phone drops out? Yeah. I want to hear what you think you remember. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Yola.
Hola.
Yeah, so big golf fan here, and this was probably about 15 years ago or so. I'm sitting on the couch downstairs. Kids are gone. We're in the front of the big screen watching the Masters. Couldn't be better. Having a beverage. And comes down, and we start hanging out. And she takes a turn south. And so here I am watching, and I think it was one of the Masters where Tiger Woods was in the hunt or otherwise, enjoying my favorite sport while enjoying something that was completely unexpected. The nice thing is, and the interesting thing is, after that was all wrapped up, she gave me the knowing look and was kind of like, "Are you impressed? Did that meet your expectations?" And obviously, I was in La La Land. So that was most unexpected.
Man, the Masters should advertise that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even if you're not a golf fan, crazy things happen.
Women aren't allowed there, but here you go.
Yeah, no kidding. Good for you, man. Now,
right on, brother.
When she's hooking you up, though, are you kind of closing your eyes and enjoying it, or are you still focused on the Masters?
I got to be honest. I mean, I was watching the golf match.
Yeah.
I know it's a weird-ass thing, man, but it's a thing.
I mean, it's both.
I get it. I mean, hey, why not, man?
Yeah. Enjoy two things at once.
But I feel like I could do it with golf. I'm not a huge golf fan, but even the Masters, I could do it then. But if the Ravens were in the Super Bowl, I'd have to babe, I'm not going to say this much, just not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
The Super Bowl might be one time, but other than that, I mean, generally.
NFC Championship game. Playoffs. Regular season, yes. All right. But my team makes it to the playoffs. So even if it's the first week of postseason, like, man, this is win or go home. Like, we got to wait.
I don't know. You
Really?
could both still watch.
Championship game?
Yeah.
Really? So not Super Bowl, but you would.
Why not?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're a better man than I.
I'm pretty sure I've caught people having sex.
Sure.
At the golf course. So there's a course I played down in Oregon. It was a rainy day. There was not a lot going on. So it wasn't very busy. I was playing by myself. So I was playing pretty quickly. There is a restaurant and there's bathrooms that are kind of attached to the side of it when you go by. And so, but you're also near the next tee box.
Yeah.
So when I pull up, there's a cart there with, the clubs and everything else. Well, I go into the bar area and get my beers and all that stuff. So I load it up. And I'm kind of just waiting to see, okay, they're in the bathroom. I'm just kind of, waiting for them to come out, and either they're going to let me play through or I'll let them go for a minute and, drink some of my beer. And I'm sitting there in the cart, and the door opens the bathroom, and the guy comes out. And I'm like, all right, he's got to wait for one more. The same door comes open, and the woman comes out, and she's like, she looks at me, and she looks at her husband, and she just looks and she smiles. And then I'm like, you guys take your time. Go ahead, man. I got time to wait, man. It's pouring down rain. I can sit here for a minute. They had definitely hooked up.
What you doing?
They definitely had hooked up on that bathroom on hole 9, I believe that is. Hole 9. What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803.
I think having sex at the turn's proper.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, did it in the right place.
Mm-hmm. Gearhart.
Hello, Lainey. Welcome back to the men's room.
Hi, sorry about that.
No worries.
No worries. You just dropped off at the worst time. Basically, this guy takes you home. You were drunk, and the last words we heard from you were, things get a little fuzzy for me. And then we didn't hear another word from you.
Okay, so I thought it would be a really great idea if I lit up the joint that was sitting on my bedside table.
Okay.
While we were doing it. Needless to say, he was sober. He was not impressed. He exited, and then we did not hang out again.
So he was
he like doing work, and then you're like, I'm just going to light up this joint.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta wait. So he's putting in the effort, and you're still like, I'm gonna light this joint. So did it come to an immediate close?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So he just got up and left?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure if it's something along the lines of, obviously you're busy, so I'm going to get out of here.
Oh, wow. Damn.
I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, trust me. I would fight through it. I'd be like, all right,
whatever. I don't care if you mop the floor.
I might have been pretty sloppy drunk in his defense, so.
Well, if you're at that point.
Yeah, that.
And he was sober, so.
Yeah, but he still tried to catch one,
He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, you're right. He did, because that car ride home should have been an indicator.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're hammered, you can tell when someone's hammered because they're hammered, right? I mean, it's just that easy. And now you have kids, you say. Yeah.
Yes, and now I'm a happily married mom, so.
Have you shared that story with the kids yet?
No, but I'm going to be telling my husband that I got on the men's room on air and shared this story, so.
Oh, lovely.
Now, does he already know this story?
No, I don't think I've ever told him, so.
Oh, wow.
Maybe don't.
Story.
Yeah, right.
His friends might be telling him right now, hey, man.
He'll probably laugh.
Okay, probably. All right, I
hope so.
I haven't told him, but I told everyone else.
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Like, you don't have to.
No, you don't.
Like, I just don't know why. Like, I'm just picturing this guy going home. So working.
Why did you
day.
tell me that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if he finds out, like, I'm sure their relationship, he doesn't care either way. I also just don't know if I want to walk in. That's the first thing I hear.
Well, so, like what you told everyone else before you told hundreds of thousands of people the story, and I haven't heard it.
I realize you've had sex with other people other than me, but you just told everybody. Which is fine.
And dude rolled out.
Right, because sometimes you're with somebody and you see somebody else that you have had sex
relations with. Yeah.
Right. But I'm with you. I'm not going to be like, now if the girl asks, I'd be like, yeah, I knew her back in the day. But like, I don't think it's worth it.
See that chick over there? I hit that. Right.
Because I feel like it just leads to a fight.
Yeah. Because you don't need to bring it up.
Right.
You just don't. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the men's room.
Fish sandwich.
Hola.
So, crazy thing that was not sex that I did during sex. I called a radio station. No, I'm just kidding. Actual thing I did, I had a job interview over Zoom. It was for a street canvasser position, like, you know, those people downtown that come up and basically they try to solicit donations for various causes and stuff.
Oh, yeah. They're always out in front of the building.
Yep. So, I had an interview over Zoom for them. And I was staying over at my girlfriend's at the time. And basically, I'm like maybe 10, 15 minutes into this interview. And I was already like kind of on the fence about it. Like it turned out it was a group interview. So there was like a bunch of other candidates there. And anyway, long story short, about halfway through the interview, 10, 15 minutes into it, I'm sitting at the computer desk, and my girlfriend goes under the desk, like she's got her phone cord in her hand. Like I think she's trying to plug in her phone or something.
All right.
And then she just kind of starts playing with me down there. And I kind of sneak a little thumbs up, like, you know, give her the go ahead. The next thing I know, I'm getting a mouth hug while I'm on the job interview.
Did you get the job?
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Did they catch you?
No, they didn't catch me, but again, like, because it was one of those job interviews where like they have a bunch of different candidates right there all on the same call. I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling the vibe of it, and so I just didn't really take it seriously.
Obviously, you're getting a mouth hug during the job interview. Now, how many times did you double check your screen to make sure they don't see a mop of hair bouncing up and down?
Absolutely zero.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they were well out of frame, just because the way the desk is, there's like an egg rest, like, so my legs and everything are under the desk. She's completely under the desk. So
all right. Yeah. I used to do that with, like, you know, when my girl was on the
desk.
My girl was on the phone with her mom. I started initiating stuff.
Oh yeah,
just because like they talk forever.
And ever.
And ever. So I would just kind of come up, start fooling around, you know what I mean? And she was still talking to her mother the entire time. And I just thought it was, you know, because she can't really tell me no.
Right.
So whatever I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it. Because she's on the phone with her mom.
I've done that once. Chick I was dating. And I don't know if it was her mom. It was someone in her friend. It could have been her sister. I don't know. But she's laying in bed talking to her. And I just went down, man. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this. But it's so fun because she's looking at me. And same thing. She's not really going to say, hey, don't, because she doesn't want whoever she's talking to on the phone to know what's happening. But her voice kept changing, and finally she's like, I got to call you back. Because she's like listening to talking to them. Hey! Like, oh, nothing. I just thought I saw something. Like, she's just trying to come up with all these excuses for the weird noises. And I'm like, all right.
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier, so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows, and I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with, and Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Afternoon, boys. How you doing?
Hola.
1997, me and my buddy are playing GoldenEye in my apartment. I'm on the couch, he's on a chair, and our girlfriends were over, and they had enough of not being paid attention to, so they pulled our pants off and sat on our laps.
Both of them at the same time while you guys were playing?
Yes, we were playing the one-on-one, the death match.
Yeah.
Man's living the 90s
Were
dream.
you,
over here.
so were you in the same room?
Yes. Yeah. We played hockey together. We'd seen each other naked so many times, we didn't care.
Well, I know.
In that moment, I wouldn't care either.
But what about the girls?
They were best friends as well. I was actually dating the first girl, and we introduced my buddy to her girlfriend, and they had been hooking up, and they'd been together for several months, and just a nice summer evening.
That does sound like a nice summer evening. I'll give you that.
I mean, I've never really had sex while somebody else was having sex in the same room.
No.
I don't.
It's awkward, but it's.
Were you looking at your buddy's girlfriend more, or were you looking at the game, or what were you? Where were you really paying attention?
For about a minute and a half, you're trying to actually compete and try to kill your buddy, but after that, you're just like, nope, and just turned on some music, and I took my girl into my bedroom. So,
all right. So, for about the first 90 seconds, you both are just doing it together out there in the living room.
It's about first 10 minutes, and then it started getting awkward as.
What made it awkward?
Start happening.
You're 10 minutes into it. Like, what happens that makes it awkward at that point?
Noises.
Okay.
Just noises you don't want to hear your buddy make.
I was going to say, are you distracted hearing him do whatever he does when he's having sex?
Yes. Yeah. And I would assume that he was probably the same.
Well, have you ever had someone say something to you that just kind of threw you off to the point where you were not startled, but just, I don't know, like you couldn't get it out of your head?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I have not during coitus, no.
I have, a couple times. Just like you said, what now? I don't know if this was your attempt to talk dirty or whatever the thing was, but there was a couple times that.
What do they call you?
Oh, nothing really. I mean, it wasn't like that. It was just like this one chick said, you're taking me to new heights.
Oh, that was Darth Vader, right?
Yeah. I was just like, what?
What?
What? For real, like
taking
new heights.
Yeah, that is not sexy.
No.
Like,
It just seemed very clinical.
Right. Tell me later. Tell me after.
Say less.
Yeah. Damn.
Say less.
I am filled with pleasure.
3 years ago, they say a Chicago woman admitted running a high-end brothel known as the city's premier dungeon that apparently boasted thousands of clients and collected more than $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Nesbitt, also known as Madame Priscilla Bell, pleaded guilty to a prostitution conspiracy charge revolved around her West Side business known as Kink Extraordinaires, where her attorney said her 9,000-plus clients included people holding positions of prestige in the community.
You don't say.
No shock there. Including law enforcement and government. Now, Chicago's Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection has at least temporarily shut down another business operating as a sex dungeon. in an attempt to determine where it fits in the city's licensing code and whether allowing it to resume operations, which they say would have a negative impact on the community.
Well, obviously it doesn't if you have 9,000 clients, and that includes law enforcement and government officials.
Mm-hmm. You can rent the space as a couple. You bring in your friends. You can take pictures. You can rent space for special events or whatever you want to do in the area. It is multi-use, but it's all built around sexual activity, according to the Consumer Protection Commissioner. They're very responsible business owners. They're not irresponsible. They came to us. They were honest and transparent with us, and we appreciate that. They explained their business model. There's a lot of activities they want to do, role-playing, etc. We issued a cease and desist order until we can figure this out. Now, they refuse to identify the name or location of the alleged sex dungeon, nor would he pinpoint the Chicago neighborhood. He would only say that the business is seeking to operate in a gray area of the licensing code that does not fall into just one license category, so to speak.
So the cease and desist is them not necessarily wanting to shut them down, but trying to figure out exactly what
where
business
where they fall in.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, it's one thing if you're running a brothel,
but it's not exactly
but
that.
It's just like a place for swingers. Like they're all consenting. They know what they're doing. Like I don't see how that's illegal.
That's the thing. They're not saying it's illegal. They're like, I guess just when you review all of your business licenses, they're like, what is the proper license for this? And I guess they just have no idea right now.
Yeah.
Is it entertainment, right? You know, I don't know.
We just want to make sure that we know what they're doing and there is a value to the community.
Oh, there's a value.
Make sure this is not going to cause a problem to the community. This is not something that's going to be seen as a crime. It is just a complicated situation. Now, it's not the first time Chicago sex dungeons have made the headlines. When Nesbitt was first charged in 2019, her attorneys insisted she ran a legal business and paid her taxes. Fetish-based eroticism is not unlawful. But the woman who calls herself Madam Priscilla Bell subsequently,
pretty good looking, by the way,
admitted arranging for prostitution appointments with clients and performing acts of prostitution herself, with rates of $300 to $1,000 per hour, depending upon the services provided. Is that a decent deal?
Like if you're a bunny ranch or something like that, or how did they do it by time or
per hour? $300 to $1,000 per hour, or depending on the service provided.
So it is a brothel.
It sounds like it. Kink Extraordinaires has been described as the premier dungeon of Chicago. Its website said it offers beautiful, psychologically sophisticated kinksters who play out of a private 5-floor dungeon with multiple fully equipped theme rooms. In 2024, the Sun-Times reported that Chicago, Illinois had a sex dungeon that advertises BDSM services, bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, and they have taken advantage of a Cook County program to give tax breaks to owners of small storefront businesses and buildings that also have apartments.
Okay.
The owner of that
also has apartments. I like that.
Used the program to cut his real estate taxes by 60% a year.
Damn.
For a total tax savings of $300,000.
Smart.
Our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Robert. Welcome to the men's room.
How you doing today?
Hola. Doing good, man.
Yeah, I did something kind of unusual. Me and my girlfriend many years ago, like probably 40 years. We both took bong hits while doing it in the doggy position.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
That's dedication, man. I mean, a joint's one thing, but hitting the bong.
Better than a beer bong.
Yeah.
I figured it was more dedication from her because, you know, keeping the bong hit every time, you know, the thrusting was going on.
I'm just picturing that as a weapon.
So, but it was a good time.
No, I bet it was. You really need a bong hit if you're going to stop in the middle after that.
I'm driving right now, but as soon as I get home, I'll take a few.
Okay.
Did anybody cough while doing the bong hits?
Hopefully she did.
Oh, yeah. That's what. I have to sneeze.
Well, someone comments. I guess it's not really strange. My girlfriend loves that while I'm smoking bowls. I hold the smoke in my lungs and shotgun it in to her after I take a hit.
Oh, damn. All right.
She pops back up.
Teamwork.
Our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Get it? With the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows, and I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with, and Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.
Toyota builds vehicles that don't just keep up, they lead the pack. On the road, in your routine, and most of all, within your budget. Take the Camry and Corolla, two stylish and dependable cars, both with the latest tech and driver-friendly features, and the performance to make every commute feel effortless. Or if you're chasing space, adventure, and versatility, check out Toyota's RAV4 and Grand Highlander, delivering the capability, comfort, and confidence to take you everywhere you need to go. Plus, with hybrid options designed for efficiency and four-wheel and all-wheel drive models ready for any terrain, your Toyota is more than just a reliable way to get around. It's built for your way of life. And right now, your local Toyota dealer has great financing and lease options available to qualified customers, meaning there's no better time to step into a new Toyota. Start your search for great deals today at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You're in the men's room.
Celebrating up 55 years here at The Rock. Check out the website, KISW.com. Get yourself a brand new 55-year t-shirt. And coming up, 10 classic guilty pleasure songs from the decade that was the 80s.
Okay. All right.
So these are going to be some bangers, so to speak. You're either going to really like them or you're going to really hate them.
And I go back and forth on that. It really just depends on the song. My wife, like, to her, there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure from the 80s. And her, that was the single greatest decade. In fact, we bought some vinyl on, what day was it? Saturday, Sunday, whatever. So I'm picking up some stuff, and she always grabs her little stack and hands them to me.
You got to check these out, then.
One of them was Wham. And I'm just like, she's like, I like Wham. I'm like, I know, but it's embarrassing to me.
Do you keep these separate from your collection?
I did for years. All right, so she likes Madonna, and I absolutely freaking hate Madonna with a passion. And so all my vinyls, like 1,000 pieces of vinyl, it's all alphabetized. Madonna was always sitting on the side. I would never put it in. Finally, and I did that for years. And finally, she's like, seriously, man, can you just put it in the stack? I'm like, I don't even want her touching
my record.
Yeah,
I
can't.
That's why I asked you.
And that's ridiculous, and it is very childish of me. And yes, now Madonna, you can find her alphabetized, and it has no impact on my life. But for the first couple of years, I'm like, I cannot put those with mine.
Sit and Spin's coming up until 4:30 with the 10 classic guilty pleasure songs from the 80s. In the meantime, our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
I will point out, however, Wham has not made it into the collection yet. It's just sitting on the table.
Yeah, she hasn't listened to it yet.
I need to ease myself into it. I'm just like, you got to be kidding.
I feel like there's going to be a night where you're going to be like, let's listen to some Wham.
I don't know. Well, it's funny, man. We went to a friend's house Saturday night, all right? So we're talking about buying music and all that. And I'm like, man, and she got Wham. And my buddy, who is like an 80s boy band apologist, he's like, oh, dude, we have to have a listening party. I'm like,
do we?
I said Wham. He's like, I know. I'm like, oh, my God. So I think I'm going to end up having a freaking Wham listening party.
Nice.
Yeah, whatever. Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So this is about 48 years ago, and I'm coming home from Canada with my girlfriend. We were up there visiting somebody. So I guess she's getting randy and thinking she's funny. So she starts going down below my steering wheel, and next thing I know, I'm realizing, look, I'm on I-5 going 65 miles an hour, and this can't finish. It just ain't going to happen. So I tried not to. There's trucks going by, the big trucks.
Of course.
And they're honking their horn. And I said, okay, this is not working. And she thinks she's funny. So I take the next exit, and I think, okay, this is a dark road. This will be fine. And I grab her, put her in the back seat, and I'm standing outside while she's in the back seat on her, like a dog. And so I'm going,
Thank you.
So I'm going, I'm going to town trying to make Rin Tin Tin proud of me. And next thing I know, here comes some cars, and all they can see is my pants halfway down on my thighs and my girlfriend's feet sticking out the door. And so anyway.
Well, you know what? To be young and have fun.
Yeah, why not?
As long as it's not cops.
I thought he was going to say rolled up to the border. You know what I mean? She's down there hooking them up. What brings you to Canada? This.
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? Tim Bits. 206-803-ROCK. Or Tim's Bits.
I know it's called doggy style. But when you say like a dog, it takes all the sexy out of it. And it's ever doing a doggy style. Like, yeah, I got you. Like, she was like a dog. Like,
Yeah. Died like a dog.
Died like a dog.
Like that? Wow.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, damn, well, he died doing what he loves. Hello, Dinah. Welcome to the men's room. Dina, welcome to the men's room. Hola. Hola.
So this, sorry for my craggy voice, but this happened a few years ago, back when the earth was still cooling and radio was still new. But my now late husband and I, we met in high school. And I was lucky enough to work at our local radio stations. The broadcasting company owned a rock station on one side of the building and country on the other. And after school, I'd come in and basically do radio board work for each section and run back and forth. Well, when you got into the booth, the tables where all the equipment were, the desks were kind of chest high. And so when I go live to do the weather or the sports or whatnot, my boyfriend would sneak in and kind of go downstairs on me and try and see if I would crack up on air. Thankfully, I never did, but those were some fun times.
I bet they were. You're giving the weather, and he's down there canyon yodeling just to see if your voice will crack or anything.
Oh, yeah. It was lots of fun.
You know what, man? I've been in radio for a long time and never had that experience.
I was going to say the same thing.
I've been doing this since I was 16 years old. And I'm 56. So it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
How long were you married? How long were you married to your husband?
We were married for 27 years. We left for the military right after high school, and then he just passed away a couple years ago from cancer. So.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But, hey, your radio career sounds a lot more fun than ours. That's why I'll throw that out there, man.
I miss it. You guys have the best job.
Where was the station?
Montana.
Okay. Are they still rocking? Are they still rocking country?
Oh, yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool station.
All right. That's cool. That's very cool.
What were the call letters? I'm just curious.
KQRK and KQRK and KERR.
Okay. Let's say, welcome to K.
So was it
I'm sorry.
KU? Oh, no.
KU.
Where else can you go from there? What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Terrell. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
So, back in the day, I used to dibble and dabble in the marijuana game, and you know how girls like guys with money. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm counting a couple grand here, a couple grand there, and this chick was like, hey, you mind if I give you a mouth hug? I'm like, of course not. So who's going to turn that down? So, I get a phone call, and it's my cousin. My cousin's like, hey, what are you doing? And so I told him. I was just like, yeah, I'm in the middle of getting a mouth hug. So she gets all mad and everything, like, why would you tell somebody what I'm doing? And I was like, I didn't say your name. I just said what's going on. It's not like I was like, this chick is doing this right now.
You know Sheena with the big gums? Yeah, she's hooking it up.
From church?
I'm like, what, like, you're in the middle. Like, I'm in the middle of a phone call, and you're in the middle of something. I'm like, please don't stop. Like, I need to take this phone call, though. So she's like, whatever. So she keeps going. Yeah, I finished my phone call. I made my quota for the day, and, I finished, and always.
So this was a business phone call, essentially?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
Definitely a business phone call. That
Okay.
Okay.
Because once you said I have to take it, I'm like, all right, you're selling weed. All right, I understand. Yeah. Okay. That's a phone call we're taking then.
Yep.
Otherwise, man, I'd like hang a do not disturb sign around my neck.
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
I've kicked a dog out of the room before.
I've had to do that. It was a little yappy dog.
Oh, he's just staring at you.
Right, and then you can't take your eyes off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just like I'm having sex. I know the dog's there. And kind of glance over, and I'm like, he keeps staring at me. Now I'm staring at the dog, but I'm having sex with you. Like, this is not how I want this to be.
A dog, typically a dog, he knows what's going on.
He knows. There's one why.
He's curious, but a cat is worse. Because, first of all, if it's not your cat, you go pick up a cat and it's not yours. See how that works out?
Oh, yeah.
It can go very good. It can go very bad. But I kept taking this cat, man, and picking him up and putting him on the floor, and boom, just pop right back up. There was nothing I could do about it.
Right.
I mean, every time I just tried to because I wasn't going to get up and walk all the way across and take the cat out and open the door and throw him out. Because she didn't care.
Well, of course she doesn't care. It's her cat. But again, when it's not your pet, it's just
the cats rub themselves up against you because they want you to pet their head. So they're always kind of just nudging.
They'll sit on your back. I mean, you're having sex, and because it's warm, right? And they're trying to go to sleep, and it's like, dude, seriously.
That's when you need a laptop, computer, or a magazine to spread out.
My cat, not the cat will watch us have sex, but I remember having sex with my wife, and we hear the cat on the hallway because she is now puking, and it just kind of ruined it for both of us because, like, you kind of hear it, and then as cats do, they're kind of running around, so we kind of stop, and she's ruining this, and you're like. Yeah. And so I'm like, do I have to clean this up now? Can we wait? Like, you know what? I only gave it a couple.
Didn't you have a dog nose in your butt?
That was my dog, and it was a big-ass dog. Big-ass Belgian Shepherd, man, having sex on the sofa. And that particular dog was not the type to just watch you have sex. So didn't give it a thought, forgot the dog was in the room, and, man, his cold-ass nose hit me directly on my anus. I mean, he just plowed it in there to get a sniff. And, Ted, I'm sure it wasn't as cold as your ice cube, but it was very cold. And I just remember just that cold, wet nose, like right on my butt. And I'm like, dude. And so the chick almost starts laughing. The erection is gone. I mean, it killed the mood. I was so angry at that dog. And the dog has no idea why. Yeah. I'm just staring at him like, God damn it, man. Like, and the dog's like, what, man? I smelled your ass. I'm like, I understand. It's just the timing. The timing, man, it was so cold.
Yeah. I almost did it in a hospital at one point in time when my kid was in there, because my kid was in there for a pretty long time.
Wait, okay.
Well, they had unisex bathrooms on the floor.
Yeah.
So it wasn't men's and women's. It was just a door code,
Sure.
But that's the problem. If you were a family member or anybody, everybody knew the door code. Now, you could still lock it on the inside, but there was a door code to get in. And I was like, man, we went in there, and she just wasn't ready to do it, so had to cancel the deal, but very close to getting that done.
I mean, did she decide she was not in the mood when you got into the bathroom? I mean,
well, you know,
because obviously you talk this up a bit to say, hey, there's the bathroom right there.
It was either the PICU or the NICU. So there was a lot of kids in there that were having a very difficult time.
Yes, that's what gets me in the mood.
When you're in that family waiting area, you know, there's a lot of emotion going on. There's a lot of people who are coming in and hugging.
It's very erotic, very hot.
That's what I'm saying. But it'd been weeks, you know. So, and we've been on separate shifts. So I would come in at one point, and then she would go home and spend the night one night in the house, and we'd switch back and forth so that, you know, at least one of us could get a good night's sleep. But we were very rarely in there together. Other than crossing streams, you know, when we were splitting shifts. So that was one of those times. It's like, hey, look, man, you know,
let's do this.
This has been rough. You know, like we are past the 3-month point of being able to hook up. That was another thing too, was the fact that.
Post-pregnancy.
After that, for a while, you're really not able to do any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And we had passed that window of opportunity. So for me, I'm like, look, man, I'm counting down the days when this can go down again, because 3 months is a long time. You know? Yeah. And plus the fact that when you're pregnant, you're not really always in the mood either. So there's 9 months before that where...
Yeah.
It's not, you know, you either don't feel sexual or you're just not in the mood.
But the logistics get a lot different, too.
Yeah, but after the game's done, I'm just like, look, man.
Let's do it.
I need to check out what's going on, see what's up.
At the Children's Hospital.
In D.C. Children's National. You know where that is.
Yeah, I do.
Every parent
It doesn't matter which city it was. It's Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I can tell you this, though.
I don't know if I'd be in the mood.
The Children's Hospital in Seattle has 10 times better food.
Better food?
Better food. Oh, my God. It's amazing.
You have sex in their bathroom?
No. But
You ever had sex in the hospital?
No.
Wanted to, but didn't. And that's the chick I'm dating at the time is when I cut my arm, right? So I'm in there for a couple of days, and she's laying on the bed with me. And we start getting a little frisky, and I always remember... His sister walks in, she's one of the nurses. She's like, hey, y'all, there are other people on this floor. I'm like, but they're not in this room. She's like, Like, that was the thing. And then left my door open. Just like,
thanks.
Yeah. All right. But that was it. Just,
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, luckily or unluckily, like, I feel like every time I've been in the hospital, it's something serious.
Serious enough. I'm not here to have sex.
Well, in Miles' defense, though, right? Like, his daughter was in there for a while.
Sure.
Yes.
Right? So, I mean, like, that's a long time. But generally, I feel like if you're going to the hospital, it's either I've screwed up something on myself or you're visiting somebody who's in really bad shape.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I have a buddy. He ended up marrying that girl, but she was a nurse. So I think he has. Because he would just go to visit her sometimes.
Then he has. Right. Yes.
Yeah. Guys, I stopped in the middle to solve a programming problem that had been nagging me for weeks. Just had to get up and get it done. Here's another one. Standing up, I started doing air guitar. Is that weird? Our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
I'll tell you one of the worst ones is somebody was starting it with me, right?
All right.
But I'm trying to be nice, right? And we're kind of in, we'll just say a workspace.
Okay.
But it's Saturday, so there's nobody else there. But I'm just like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But there's no nice way to be like, I got to poop.
Oh, damn, man.
Oh, we got a comment about that. Here it is.
Why? What's wrong? Yeah. And it's just sort of like, I'm like, I'm just not in the mood, this and that. And just finally, it's like, all right, my stomach is in knots.
That's perfect. That's perfectly on cue. Poop. I crapped everywhere. I was on top and had to crap.
Oh.
When I was getting there at the end, I explosively defecated all over the end of the bed and her legs. She wasn't impressed. That was awkward.
Yeah, because either way, the woman's disappointed. Because she was like, well, why are you being so weird? And finally, it's like, I gotta poop. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm like, well, you kept asking.
Right.
Yes.
I tried to nicely just say, hey, just let's wait till we get home.
I wish you hadn't told me. I didn't want to tell you.
Right. Why do you think I'm being so awkward? But now I've got to say it.
Ted, you remember how you used to get ticked off of people who were the grammar police back in the day?
Yeah.
She said, you do me so good. I said, you do me so well.
Oh,
not the best time to correct someone's grammar.
Damn.
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
That is the ultimate English Nazi right there. Like, he ain't messing around. He corrects your dirty talk.
You do me so well.
Yeah, correct. You can't correct dirty talk. Come on, man. You didn't say that correctly.
Hello, Dexter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, so the wife and I are pretty active in the kink community. So besides regular sex, we do a lot of spanking, flogging. We've done some needle play, some wax play, some fire play, that type of thing.
All right.
Yeah. What's the weirdest one?
I think the weirdest one is we went to an event where there was a swimming pool, and they lined up a bunch of lesbians in a row, and one by one they lit them on fire and pushed them into the pool.
Say what?
Yeah, you use a little bit of alcohol and you rub it down their back. Just not a lot, just enough so the flames goes, and then once you see a flame, you push them into the pool.
And this is a kink thing, to light a lesbian on fire and push her into a pool. Like, did anyone get turned on by this?
I'm sure there were several. I didn't.
No, you're not a lesbian in a pool on fire.
Wow, that's I've heard of a lot of stuff. I've not heard of that one.
No. That's
wow.
Cool.
Okay.
A couple more of the comments. At the end, I screamed, "I'm a Viking warrior." She wasn't impressed.
Do you look like a Viking?
Here's one.
Brother.
Lost my gum down there.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah.
You tell her, you just try to subtly suck it back out.
Here was a weird one I experienced in college. She was on top, then stopped and told me to open my mouth, and she proceeded to hawk a massive loogie right in my mouth and on my tongue.
God.
That's not sex.
No.
Vomited the chocolate ice cream she had earlier. I had to go straight to the shower. It got all over the bed and the carpet. Those stains never came out of the carpet.
Gentle reminder.
Was with a woman who would laugh uncontrollably whenever she finished. Needless to say, it was kind of a buzzkill for me. Yeah. We didn't last that long. It was just weird. And one more. And this is not too crazy, guys, but me and my boyfriend have full conversations during sex. And I've been like this with past partners, too. Like what the hike later in the day will be if we're doing it in the morning. What will we want for dinner? What do we want to do when we go to my cousin's house? I had conversations regarding this with my friends the other day. They all thought it was super weird that I do this.
I have had conversations while I have sex, but it's not the norm, you know?
What else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Heather. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
I wanted to add on to the conversation about hospital workers and sex and no sex.
Okay.
I will leave an undisclosed hospital location in Seattle and an undisclosed position that I was working in, and we would frequently hit the hallways and make fire escapes.
Oh, really?
Just with whoever your coworker was that you were into?
Maybe a few.
So you kind of had your Grey's Anatomy going on there.
With these more nurses, doctors, what? Like who were you shooting for?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't trying to get up any doctors. I wouldn't have disclosed that.
Okay. All right. So the fire. So now, with that in mind, do you believe that's kind of the norm at hospitals, or is that just you when you worked at a hospital?
Oh, no, there were plenty of other people that were acting that way, too. You'd be surprised what happens in the hospital.
Is that just because of the long hours and how much time you spend together?
Or everyone looks good in scrubs?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Okay. All right.
Huh. All right.
See, I told you it's a dirty profession.
I believe it's a dirty profession, but I mean, look, I feel the same way about restaurants, but we did not ordinarily have sex at the restaurant.
Well, you can't. You're too busy. I mean, if you have a decent restaurant.
It can be done, after closing or whatever. But I'm saying the norm was not so much that, but it happened on occasion.
Still to come as we're celebrating 55 years here at KISW. We've got 10 classic guilty pleasure songs from the decade known as the 80s coming up. And your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
It's always amazing to see how quickly your child grows, and I'm not just talking about their height. From those early babbles to full-on storytelling, getting to watch how their ideas, creativity, and confidence develop over the years is honestly pretty incredible. Sometimes they surprise you with what they come up with, and Lego bricks can be right there with them through all of those stages. It's not just a toy, it's a full creative building journey that keeps evolving as they do. Lego Sets Play starts as early as 1.5 with Lego Duplo, the bigger bricks designed for little hands that are just starting to explore and build. Then around age 4, kids transition to the smaller Lego bricks, and suddenly you're watching real structures take shape, real ideas form, and their imagination really take off. They begin with simple stacking, but over time they grow into full-on creators, building worlds, stories, and things you never would have expected. That's the kind of magic of Lego bricks. You're not buying a phase, you're starting a journey. Learn more and start building today with Lego bricks.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.
It's Toyota Truck Month. Time to get a truck that works as hard as you do. Tacoma, Tundra, built for the work site, ready for the trail, and packed with tech that makes every drive smarter. Available with 360-degree panoramic cameras for perfect visibility in tight spots, powered tailgate for easy loading, and a high-tech connected screen to keep you on the grid no matter where you are. All backed by the brand known for its legendary reliability. The rugged Toyota Tacoma and the full-size Tundra are built to handle it all. And right now, your local Toyota dealer has great financing and lease options available to qualified customers, meaning there's no better time to test drive the Toyota truck you need. Find a great Toyota Truck Month deal today when you visit buyatoyota.com. That's buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Guys, it's no use putting it off. The best time for an underwear refresh is now. Tommy John underwear is designed for a perfect fit that stays put all day. Their zero chafe thanks to 4 times more stretch than competing brands. And their innovative horizontal quick draw fly is a game changer. With over 30 million pairs sold, there are thousands of men out there more comfortable than you. Don't settle for less. Go to TommyJohn.com today for 25% off your first order with code COMFORT. That's TommyJohn.com, code COMFORT. Tommy John. Comfort perfected.
Hey, it's Captain Ron, and as a Washington native, it's so important for me to work with companies who love it here just as much as I do. I want someone who calls it I-5 and not the 5, or laughs at me when I say I kind of miss the Tacoma aroma. That's why I use Pinky's Plumbing for every plumbing need I have. They're rooted in Seattle. They get Seattle. So remember, not all heroes wear capes, but in Seattle, our hometown heroes wear a big old pig on the side of their van. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Pointe Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Pointe Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Pointe Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up on Los In Spin, we've got the 10 classic guilty pleasure songs from the 80s on the way, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Had a couple on our question, what else have you done during sex that wasn't sex? Guys, I had a girlfriend that wanted me to talk dirty, then blew a snot rocket on her. Sex was great.
Wow.
During sex once, I read a book. Me on my back, holding my Kindle above my head. My legs up in the air while he's doing his thing. He wanted a quickie. I was really into my book, so I said, sure, go for it. But I'm going to keep reading. We both found it funny.
I want to know what book she was reading. I mean, that's a good book.
What if he really got into it, though? Every time they had sex, it's like, you better grab a book.
Grab that book. That was so hot.
I was talking about having relations, and then, of course, Jason VD comes on the commercial on television.
Yeah.
He heard that and responded. Miles, you are welcome. I'm certain the deep bass and baritone reverberations of my voice helped you achieve another level of your happy time in the bedroom. No thanks needed. Let's see here.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
No thanks needed.
Yeah, here's one on the spider in that yurt.
Yep.
Guys, cut the tail end of that conversation. I have reservations to stay in one of those at the Gorge this summer. Is that what you're talking about? Because if it is, I'm a little bit more nervous now. No, that wasn't what I was.
Nah, different yurt, different cave B, different gorge. certainly not where you're going.
Just look around.
Yeah.
I mean, just
where else could it be?
just inspect the room. I mean, you're out in the desert.
Well, yeah.
There's bugs there. There's all kinds of stuff there. I just could not believe how big that spider was. I never really saw a spider in the wild that big.
You kind of wanted to say something, didn't you? Like, babe, seriously.
No, I just
don't freak out.
I was hoping it wouldn't fall off the top of the wall.
Is that not the biggest spider you've ever seen?
I mean,
look at that thing.
Then I was only gone for 5 minutes. When I came back, he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't having sex because I was staying in a room, like one of the little houses.
Yeah.
So I had a friend. He ended up getting married out there. Like, I don't know, it was like around the pandemic, right? So it was a lot cheaper. So his wife's family, like, we'll do it out there. So me and my buddy were sharing one of those, like, little, I don't know if they call it it's not a house, but it's like a bed, TV thing, and then like a couch. So he was like, dude, you can just crash on the couch. And they have these cats to keep the mice away.
Yeah.
But every morning, man, this one little cat would just be outside the door, just meowing. And I was like, I'm going to kill that cat. So I was like, how does he keep finding us, right? Like, doesn't he? They're like, they're great. They go around. They say hi to people. I was like, well, that guy's focused on my door, and it's driving me insane.
I'm going to kill the cat.
Guys, wife and I had sex while driving, set cruise control, moved the steering wheel toward the dash, seat all the way down. She faced out and took over the steering wheel.
Hey, good for you guys. Still seems dangerous.
It is, but, you know, if you're going to be in danger, that's a danger I prefer.
What's that ticket?
Reckless driving, maybe?
I don't know. We got cops that listen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess reckless driving. You can't really say anything about being indecent because, in theory, no one can see what's going on.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, officer, wasn't weird till you pulled us over and you started looking.
About 15 years ago, a group of us were drunk in Des Moines. After the bar, long story short, we decided to go fishing down on the pier at the marina. I had a friend fillet me while I was reeling in a fish.
That's the end of that. Deadliest cat.
I'm just impressed you got a chick to go fishing with you after the bars.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it wasn't.
My buddy is a pilot for Alaska Airlines. This is about 15 years ago. He was hot to trot after a flight attendant that he regularly flew with. Finally gets a chance to hook up with her, and they are staying overnight in San Diego. Have some drinks in the hotel lobby. Decide game on. Bless you. So they go back up to the room, and she's on top. They're getting it on, and she ends up having explosive diarrhea all over him.
Oh!
She abruptly got off of him, grabs all of her stuff, and runs out of the room. He never saw her again. Come to find out, she quit her job. Thankfully, he was in a 2-queen bedroom, and despite the horrific smell, he just slept in the other bed. That from our buddy Suzanne at the 884 Pub.
Wow.
Couple more. Weirdest spot I've ever having sex was, believe it or not, on top of, is it Multnomah Falls? That might have been a typo. Me and my ex-wife hiked up to the top. She sat on my lap, and then some guys came around the corner. Talk about embarrassing. Here's another. In college in the early 90s, girlfriend and I were getting busy on a Saturday morning. The phone rang. It was a landline phone, and she told me to not answer it, but I did anyway. It was her brother calling from boot camp. I knew she hadn't talked to him in a long time, so I handed her the phone, kept doing my thing. She somehow made it through the 5-minute conversation, and it was hilarious. Rock on. That from AJ from Ole. Guys listening on the app in Boise, Idaho. So I'm a bit behind. I've had sex while driving home from Can's Bar in Tacoma. Once ate a chicken wing and chugged a beer during it. How old to be 22 again? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, no, you've done the wing. Was it a wing or a drumstick?
What I did first was I pulled the breaded piece of skin off the top of the thigh, which is typically something I save to the end because it's my favorite part. But I just pulled it off, started eating the skin first, but it was very crummy.
Yeah.
So all the crumbs were falling, if you know what I'm saying. Max and I used to snack on candy, beef jerky, and beer while watching TV during sex. I wish my current wife was that chill. All right, do we have time for a few birthday emails brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly. I will say, again, maybe it's just because I'm a sports nerd.
Yeah.
I feel like the introduction of maybe have a little snack or watching football is not that crazy.
But jerky.
Well, hey, that's what they liked.
Tearing it a little bit.
Some of the jerky's really good.
It is very good.
Jerky's gotten better.
Ted, are you eating jerky? No.
Guys, can you wish Hudson a very happy 6th birthday today? Look, your kid's getting Red Robin for dinner. Can he get it? It's time to take off the leash. And look out. Leroy Jenkins, followed by Coach Ted hyping him up on starting soccer and racing his go-kart. Attached is a photo of him clearly not looking at what he's doing. That from the dad.
It's time to take off the leash.
Uh-oh, look out.
Let's do this. Leroy!
Come, Coach.
Wow. Yeah. Little separation there. All right, 6 years old. First of all, congratulations on the birthday. Hope you enjoyed a massive burger, the full tower of onion rings, and a milkshake. Now listen, you got soccer coming up. You're 6 years old. Let's worry about passing that ball, playing some defense, and we'll push that guy to the outside, all right? Use the sideline as the other defender. All right, now when it comes to your go-kart racing, saw that photo. Look good, man. Keep on it. Make sure your parent, tell your dad tonight, say, Dad, I'm going to need Apple TV so I can watch Formula One.
Oh! My neighbor's got the Willow channel.
Oh!
No.
I swear to God.
Are they American?
No. Yes. Yes, they are. They are American.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. No, I walked
There's
into
two
their
of you
little
now.
party.
Because Pakistan, who was it? Pakistan and...
I like how you asked like we're going to
This was Friday night when I got home from Live Night.
Yeah.
I saw him, and he's in there watching
it was
whatever was on.
T20
watching cricket.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I'm the only American I know that watches it.
No,
I mean, like my buddy Alok, but he's of Indian descent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And then, like, you'll meet English who love it.
But you talked to Xfinity, and they hadn't even heard, even though they offer the Willow channel. The person you're talking to is like, I've never heard of this in my life.
Correct.
Guys, today is my amazing wife, Brandy's 41st year of greatness. Myself and our family are so lucky to have her around. Could you please have a few dad jokes, and maybe the captain, helping her with some ideas for an epic birthday adventure? Thanks, guys. That from Colby. All right, so we got a couple dad jokes here. What did Titanic say to the iceberg? What did Titanic say to the iceberg?
What?
I'd hit that. Guys, I went out and bought a wig the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The cashier then asked me how I wanted to pay. A priest, a rabbit, and a minister walk into a bar. The rabbit says, I think I was autocorrected.
All right.
That is.
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy birthday. This ain't your 41st year of greatness. You know, we said that about the Quaker Oats man. Granted, he was turning 80. I'll let you do the math. But if you're looking for some great adventures, you're going to want to go into international waters and look for a boat called Mr. Peanut's Sex Dungeon and Juice Bar. Both of those things together, you wouldn't think it works, but I'm telling you, it does, Mike. Sex Dungeon and Juice Bar. That's right, get hydrated after you do your thing with the Chiquita Banana Lady. By the way, you're going to find out why they call her the Chiquita Banana Lady. It's not because she sells bananas. Surprise, crunch berries.
Hey, guys, we'd love to give a birthday shout-out for my boyfriend, Jameel, celebrating his 50th birthday today. He's a fantastic dad and partner. Love him very much. That from April. Dealer's choice there, Mike. Whatever you want to give Jameel since he's 50 years old.
All right. Not God or my father or my boss.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Guys, it's no use putting it off. The best time for an underwear refresh is now. Tommy John underwear is designed for a perfect fit that stays put all day. There's zero chafe thanks to 4 times more stretch than competing brands. And their innovative horizontal quick draw fly is a game changer. With over 30 million pairs sold, there are thousands of men out there more comfortable than you. Don't settle for less. Go to TommyJohn.com today for 25% off your first order with code COMFORT. That's TommyJohn.com, code COMFORT. Tommy John. Comfort perfected.
Roots,
Where you're from matters. What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. And I may be from the East Coast, but my roots are deep here in Seattle. Over 20 years deep. Just like our pals at Pinky's Plumbing. They're rooted in Seattle, just like me. And speaking of roots, tree roots are the biggest danger to your sewers and cost you thousands. So let your hometown heroes, Pinky's, get to the root of your plumbing problems. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinkies.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
When winter days are shorter and schedules are packed, it's easy for kids to lose focus. IXL turns that winter slump into momentum with a simple, stress-free way to keep skills sharp and stay engaged without adding pressure. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand what they're learning across math, language arts, science, and social studies, from pre-K through 12th grade. With personalized practice, instant feedback, clear explanations, and progress tracking, it's easy to fit into even the busiest week. IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXLlearning.com/audio. Visit IXLlearning.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
99.9 KISW. The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, so countdown at 5:08. We'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. A new round of scans revealed that as your hearing fades, your brain has a harder time keeping up.
That makes sense.
Right. Who's shocked by that?
Right.
I can't hear what you said, therefore I can't keep up with what you're telling me.
Right. If you are used to hearing and your hearing fades, I would think that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah. Unless the proof is just that it's not your hearing that's the problem, but it's your processing of what you've heard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, either way, it just makes sense if you can't hear people.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you, I mean, I hate it. Like, sometimes you're somewhere crowded and it's loud. Like, how many times do you say what before you just go, yeah?
No kidding.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And hope that you didn't screw it up.
Correct.
My thing is, if you call me from a loud place, I will yell on my end for you. You don't have to scream at me.
Right.
Right. I'm at a concert. Like, bro, no, you are at the concert. I can hear you fine.
Correct.
I will yell. You can just talk.
You know where they need to get better at that is at the checkout counter where they've got a lot of orders at the fast food joint. Maybe it's at a particular joint that just opened up down in Tacoma near the mall, and you've got an order to go, and you're waiting for it. At least you're paying attention, but then they walk up to the counter in the middle of rush hour when everybody and their brother is in this doggone location. They come out, order for Mike. Like, dude, it's too loud in here for you to be this quiet.
Yell, man.
Right. That's your job. Don't worry. We ain't going to get mad at you.
Right, just yell.
Holler it. It's your time to do it.
I want my food, and you can yell.
There you go.
And look, if you work in the food industry, you want to yell.
Yes.
You want to yell all the time. That's the greatest job you can have, is get it out of your system.
Get this out of here. It's been discovered that the moon is still tectonically active.
I could have told you that, dude.
Just look at it.
Yeah, I look at it all the time. Like, dude's still active up there.
It's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the moon's not afraid.
No.
Don't mind getting active.
That means it's got an active core, I guess.
Right?
That, generally speaking, yeah. I think they thought it was dead, basically.
Could it basically build volcanoes then, and we could have little moon eruptions? Could we see a moon eruption?
Well, there's some asteroids supposed to smack into that bitch the next couple of weeks, and they're like, you might be able to see it from Earth, which would be cool.
That would be nuts.
Yeah,
It'd freak me out, dude.
Yeah, they're like, look, there's a good chance it's going to hit the moon. If it does, if it hits in the right spot, right, you might be able to see it from Earth. I'm like, that'd be cool. Moon catching a stray.
Damn it, space.
What's up with the tides and the weather? Like, yeah, so the moon got bumped. It's really messing stuff up.
Screwed. A new study found that adults who still play are happier, healthier, and less stressed.
Isn't that what play is?
Yes.
I mean, it's the very definition of what play is, I would guess.
What's their definition of play?
Well, sometimes you and your wife are feeling a little...
That's what I'm saying. Is this
wrap her up in saran wrap, put a
It's just
straw.
like playing games? Like going miniature golfing?
Right.
It's probably stuff like, I mean, honestly, man.
Light her on fire, throw her into a pool.
Right. If she's a lesbian.
That's true enough.
You only let a lesbian on fire and push them in a pool. Then it's sexy. But no, once I had kids, I realized we started playing a lot.
Sure.
And now you still do. And it is like this stress reliever, right? Because if you don't have kids and you're playing a stupid game, people think you're crazy.
Yes.
It's like going to Chuck E. Cheese. Don't go there without kids. Make sure you got kids. But then you have kids and they want to play all this crap, and you're like, this is actually freaking fun.
This is still fun, right.
I forgot that these things are fun.
We went to the Pacific Science Center at some point in the last week. I think it was last weekend, doesn't matter. But went to the Pacific Science Center. If I don't have kids, I do look kind of crazy walking around in there, but I got my niece and nephew in there, and then I still get to play with all this stuff.
And then you're right. You're excited.
Yeah,
You
look at
play
the pulley. This is cool.
I know, dude. I did the same thing. We went to, it was like
Mopop?
Legoland or something. It was in
Oh, yeah.
Toronto, right? So kids are little. We're trying to figure out something to do. So let's take them to Legoland. And they were mildly impressed. Me and my wife were like, this is awesome. Right? But when you looked around, most of the kids were playing with stuff, but all of the adults were playing.
Yes.
Right? And we're just happy as you can be. Like, I never would have done this if I didn't have kids, right?
Jump on the bike and inflate the tube, man. Whee!
Oh, dude, like, hurry up, man. I want next.
Look at that. I want to inflate that guy. Damn straight. Freaked out my niece. Put your thinking caps on, Jen. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. I'll give you guys a 30% chance of success on this one. I know we're not coming out of the gate swinging here, but it is a verb brought to you by the letter A, and it usually means to renounce a position of power, such as a throne, high office, dignity, or function. It can also mean to fail to do what is required. An A word that usually means to renounce a position of power, such as a throne, a high office, dignity, function, but can also mean to fail to do what is required by a duty or responsibility. The word
It's a verb?
It's a verb. The word
Emancipate?
is abdicate.
Is it abdicate?
Were you thinking of abdicate?
I was, and then I'm like, no, I don't think that's the right word. God, yeah, all right.
How many stupid answers have I accepted over here?
The advocates.
The advocates. Advocateslaw.com. When you're driving down the road
and you get hit,
shut up. According to a new
you
survey.
deserve an advocate. Damn you.
According to a new survey, only 10% of Americans are not concerned about surveillance pricing. Or data-based pricing, as it were. People watching what you're scrolling through, watching what you're buying, and then targeting, sending you, hey, we got a deal on
I'm not like
frozen
worried
pizzas.
about it. It's just, it doesn't even annoy me because it's so prevalent. It's so pervasive. There's nothing you can do about it. My only argument, and I've always said this, it's like, I don't know, you sign for Apple or something. And it's like, hey, we sell your information, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I know you're doing it. Obviously, every company does it. Can we get a cut of what you're selling my information for?
Right.
That's all, man. It's going to be 50%. I don't know what I'm worth, but you're selling my information. So, like, to me, I understand why you do it, and advertisers are going to target you for your specific stuff. But, like, man, can I just get a cut of that? Because, one, if I do, I might have more money to spend on the garbage that you're trying to convince me to buy.
They do, but they give it to you by way of discounts. Hey, Steve, we got buy two, get three free Marlboro Reds.
My problem is, look, I understand you sell the information and you think we have certain habits. Consider the dates. So if it is around Christmas, do you think I'm interested in Xbox, or do you think perhaps my child who plays Xbox is if it is Valentine's Day and I bought chocolates, I don't eat chocolate every day.
Right.
I don't need to get inundated with these frickin' or florists. Are you familiar with spoon flower?
No.
I think that's the name of it. Okay, it's like so my wife does reupholstery and all this stuff. So they have fabrics. I get like 8 texts a day from them to, hey, we got a special because all this crap's in my name.
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, I get all of these. I don't care.
Right.
But every day, hey, we know what you like to buy. It's like, you don't.
And after a while, can you take me off your mailing list?
If I've never responded.
Right.
I think like after 12 months, if I have never responded to anything that you're telling
And I
me.
haven't bought anything of yours in the last 15 years. I haven't played with airsoft with my cousin in decades. Like,
Right.
Airsoft Megastore, I don't need your stuff anymore. I'm done. I'm older. I gave it up.
I need bookstores. I need vinyl shops.
And supplements.
As I get older, supplement and pizza. Like, if you want to hit me on stuff I will actually take the time to read, that's where you'll get me, man.
Those push notifications are the one that get me.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Which ones?
Oh, Domino's.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
They're like, hey, buddy, it's Saturday. It's like 4. Like, God damn it, Domino's.
They giving you a deal?
Yeah, of course they are. They won't send a push notification if there isn't a deal, but it's just like, damn it, Domino's.
What percent of the time do they get you? Because those, it's kind of like, well, okay.
Yeah, that one, or there's a
pizza.
delivery like corner store called Go Puff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They'll
yeah,
get me too. They'll just be like, dude, it's 8 p.m. I don't want to go out.
We know, man.
Damn it, Go Puff. I could use another 6er.
The one that gets me is Jersey Mike's. Hey,
Yeah.
we got free delivery today. Like, man.
Yeah,
I don't have to go to the damn store. Let's go. I'm already stoned.
We know you are.
Bring me a sandwich. Let's go.
Yeah, especially in the fall. They're good. Watching football, bud? Yeah.
You need some wings. There's a British supermarket chain that's issued a recall of some of their toys as they're feared to contain asbestos.
Uh-oh.
Yummy asbestos. But it got me thinking, what other toys have we recalled?
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
Thank you, BD. This comes to us from lawinfo.com, and it is the top 10 most dangerous recalled toys of all time. Let's see how many you got.
All time.
Of all time.
I know one for sure. I know two for sure.
Well, I know a few, but I don't know if they'll be on the list. One came out in the 50s.
One
I think
involved
it
a
was.
radioactive element.
Yes, they actually gave you radioactive rocks.
Oh, my God. What?
It was like
Oh, yeah.
the
It was a
U-130
kit,
science,
something.
but legitimate. And it was for children.
You were making energy, essentially.
Yeah, and they're like, these rocks are actually radioactive. It's not a lie. So, experiment with them and see what you can do.
See if you can
And
grow
then-
a third eye.
Well, it was canceled because they're like, maybe don't give children radioactive stones.
Aquadots. They were small, colorful beads that were part of a multidimensional design craft kit. However, these beads included gamma hydroxybutyrate, or GHB, and their chemical compound. It's well known as the date rate drug.
Oh, Jesus
Children who
Christ.
ingested Aquadots suffered respiratory depression and seizures.
Why? Wow. Okay.
They were called 4.2 million units and suspended the toy from the market back in November 2007.
How long, I'm wondering, did it take them to figure out?
Right. Oh, it's the Aquadots.
Right.
Yeah. Buckyball magnet toys. Anybody remember these?
I remember the name. Were kids
Buckyball.
like swallowing them or something?
Exactly. Buckyballs are strong magnetic balls that children can manipulate with their hands and build shapes, and they could easily swallow these magnetic balls. In the digestive system, the magnets attract each other through the intestines, creating a danger of bowel perforation or blockage. Similar problems happened with magnetics sets. They recalled about 3 million of the toy sets after dozens of children required medical care.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's not that they couldn't get them through, it's just that if they had more than one, they were snapping together. And they
And
were
it makes a bigger problem,
messing
right.
some stuff up in there. That's absolutely right.
My bowels are perforated. Mama, I perforated my bowels.
Yeah. Fisher Price Power Wheels motorcycles.
Oh.
Man, I wanted one when I was a kid so bad.
I want to say with that one, it was like sometimes you'd accelerate, but you couldn't have it stop accelerating. Kids were just like plowing and stuff. Right, I think there was like a little throttle or something, but like I guess it would stick or whatever. So you had little kids, and they're just speeding along, man, and yeah, it was bad.
Was it just the motorcycle, or it wasn't all of them, was it?
It just says the motorcycles, but honestly, I don't think it even goes that far, Steve. I think it was just putting kids on motorcycles. They put children at risk of serious accidents. On certain models, the accelerator jammed and became stuck, as you said, leading to crashes. Children suffered injuries such as lacerations, sprains, broken bones.
Yeah.
They were called 218,000 Power Wheels motorcycles and took the toy off the market back in 2000.
I know it's not funny, but it's funny.
I was always a motorcycle lover as a kid, and I'm sure I would have
Sure,
one of those
dude.
things.
Oh, yeah,
It's
of course.
fantastic. We remember it well. The hoverboard.
Oh, yeah.
Typically run on rechargeable batteries. Some of the defective hoverboards had defective battery
Lithium?
packs
Yeah.
that could explode or catch fire. Children suffered burns, injuries, smoke inhalation, and even fatalities from house fires. Multiple brand recalls from various hoverboards sold on Amazon and other online retailers. Somebody gave us one. I don't remember who, but somebody
Yeah,
sent
we
one
had
here
one.
into the station. And we all played with it. We made some social media videos of it. I loved rolling that thing around here until our old boss, Jack, started hearing about all these things just randomly catching fire. It's like,
We didn't want to burn the radio station.
Yeah, he was like,
That's right.
it cannot be here.
Get that thing the
So
hell
what
out
did we
of
do?
here.
We took it and put it in our own home.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know what's
Do
crazy?
you still
though?
have it?
No, it's gone.
Did it ever act up on you?
No, thing worked just fine. But my wife eventually had the same problem. Like, I don't want our apartment to burn down. That needs to go. So I got rid of it.
Well, in the apartment, I wouldn't care. Wouldn't you own a house? I'm like, get it out of here.
Right. No.
You can't be here.
The Easy Bake Oven. You guys remember
Why did they recall that?
The 10 most dangerous recalled toys. I do remember this, but they've been popular since the 50s. Recent Hasbro models continue to have serious defects. Several children suffered burn injuries when their fingers got caught in the hot toy oven. A defective front-loading oven would trap tiny hands. This inflicted third-degree burns on children's hands and fingers. One 5-year-old girl required a partial finger amputation. They recalled about 1 million ovens back in 2007. So there's a little hopper there that'll kind of help roll things in there, because it's just a one-way track. Well, they eventually get their hands on that track, and then they can't pull them back out. So then their hands are just in there cooking inside of the doggone Easy Bake Oven.
When I was a kid, and they did not recall these, when they first introduced underoos.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you could dress like a superhero. And this was groundbreaking because at the time, there's only tidy-whities. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
They introduced underoos. I got underoos. First year they're out for Christmas. But back then, if you wanted to take a picture with a flash, you had to attach the flash to the camera.
Okay.
And so it was a separate piece.
Yeah.
And you would attach it. But when you press the button, like a little spark would pop off.
Okay.
Those things were so flammable. All right. So that year, that Christmas, underoos had an amazing sale because they were new.
Sure.
They were introduced in like September. So every kid on earth wanted underoos. And so like December 26th, I'm watching the news with my dad. And it's all these kids, at least in Rochester, were just burnt to a crisp. They have to go to the burn unit because the spark from the flash when you're taking your Christmas picture. They never recalled them. It was just, oh, hey, either don't do a flash or stand farther away. Like, that was the whole warning.
Mad Greek on YouTube says the original Boba Fett had a missile that would launch. And I remember this because you could not buy that Boba Fett.
Okay.
You had to get like 10 proof of purchases from Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Then you'd mail it in, and then they send you the Boba Fett.
Okay.
So the original Boba Fett did have a self-releasing red rocket in the back.
Nice.
You press the button, and it would shoot. And I don't know if some kid shot that down their throat and choked to death,
Right.
whatever the deal is. But then when they actually put them out in stores, it was hard in there. You couldn't shoot.
You couldn't
Oh,
have much.
no. Damn, dude. How about other weapons that we just gave kids to go out in the lawn and play with?
Nunchucks, throwing stars.
Jarts.
Oh, yeah, lawn darts.
Move.
Yeah. People throw these heavy metal projectiles into the air to make them stick in the lawn. Unfortunately, they could also injure hands, necks, body parts. Lawn darts were responsible for 6,700 injuries and 4 deaths back in the 1980s.
What goes up must come down.
That's exactly right.
So the wind blows, or you throw it behind you, or whatever. You look up, you can't see it coming down if it's right above your head.
Exactly.
It's like a little dot.
Or just the way it kind of arches is different.
Right.
Like, I never saw a kid get hit, but I definitely saw a lot of dogs almost get hit.
Oh.
Dogs
the dog doesn't
they'll
know.
stand there and watch it come toward
Or
them.
they're just running around the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Snack Time Cabbage Patch Dolls by Mattel.
They were biting kids' hands.
That's correct. They were widely sought after Cabbage Patch Kids of the 80s and 90s. Snack Time dolls had automated jaws that would chew whatever was in their mouths. Dozens of children suffered hand and finger injuries from the mechanical jaws. That's not a finger. Mattel removed the Snack Time Kids dolls from the retail shelves in 1997.
Do you know where I learned all of this?
What?
In Action News.
Really?
That is true.
News you can trust, puppets you can't.
Correct. We did an episode, and it covered all of these because Santa Claus was getting sued. But they were saying that Santa Claus is going to beat the rap, right? You can't pin S on his ass.
Exactly.
And they were like, why not? And so the puppets went through, and they explained almost all of these, going, look, because, of course, Santa's responsible for providing all toys. So Felix was going through all of these toys, going like, Santa never got busted for this. Like, he killed this many kids. That's what those snack time things.
Yeah.
Eating kids' fingers. And they're like, look, man, and hair.
Even
That's
taking a
what-
big wheel down a driveway could be
with that little break.
Yeah, it could be incredibly dangerous for a kid.
A hollow
Because
plastic-
nobody's wearing a helmet.
No.
Damn.
They'd roll over real easy.
And then I'll leave you with this last and final dangerous recalled toy of all time. Does anybody remember the Chicken Limbo Party game?
No.
So it was by Milton Bradley, and it lacked sturdy support poles.
Oh, yeah.
With the slightest touch, the entire apparatus could shake and collapse on children and bystanders. There were 46 reports of injuries, including bumps, bruises, welts, chipped teeth, and 1 fractured foot. They recalled 461,000 toys and suspended all sales back in 2006.
Damn.
Chicken Limbo Party game.
Yeah.
People still do limbo?
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah,
I feel like it was like a massive thing there for a while.
You know when I saw it last? And
Hawaii?
This makes sense. No, but basically the same premise when I was on that cruise. Oh, they come out to do their entertainment for all the people on the deck, right? The limbo thing. By the way, turns out most people not good at limbo, and the more you drink does not make you better at it. That is what I discovered.
A man in Florida tried to steal a work van, but things didn't go according to plan, Miles.
Why is that?
Tell you about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Guys, it's no use putting it off. The best time for an underwear refresh is now. Tommy John underwear is designed for a perfect fit that stays put all day. There's zero chafe thanks to 4 times more stretch than competing brands. And their innovative horizontal quick draw fly is a game changer. With over 30 million pairs sold, there are thousands of men out there more comfortable than you. Don't settle for less. Go to TommyJohn.com today for 25% off your first order with code COMFORT. That's TommyJohn.com, code COMFORT. Tommy John. Comfort perfected.
Roots. Where you're from matters. What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. And I may be from the East Coast, but my roots are deep here in Seattle. Over 20 years deep. Just like our pals at Pinky's Plumbing. They're rooted in Seattle, just like me. And speaking of roots, tree roots are the biggest danger to your sewers and cost you thousands. So let your hometown heroes, Pinky's, get to the root of your plumbing problems. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
When winter days are shorter and schedules are packed, it's easy for kids to lose focus. IXL turns that winter slump into momentum with a simple, stress-free way to keep skills sharp and stay engaged without adding pressure. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand what they're learning across math, language arts, science, and social studies, from pre-K through 12th grade. With personalized practice, instant feedback, clear explanations, and progress tracking, it's easy to fit into even the busiest week. IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXLlearning.com/audio. Visit IXLlearning.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
Just got a new puppy or kitten. Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
What time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve a Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast an unidentified man from Miami, Florida. And honest to God, I'm toasting him for the headline that his actions created. It was the actual headline, then I had to dig up the story. So the headline reads, and this earned him shot instantly. Florida man arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea. I'm going to repeat that in case you think you misunderstood me. Florida man arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea. So it's like 2:30 in the morning, whatever. This dude, he rolls into the restaurant. He's carrying the alligator, and he announces what one patron described as an urgent spiritual mission. So the man placed the reptile near a booth. Then he grabbed a pitcher of iced tea from the counter and began pouring it over the alligator while delivering what appeared to be an improvised sermon. And one person says, quote, "At first we thought it was performance art. Then the gator hissed, and we realized this is actually happening. Well, police arrived. They safely secured both the suspect and the alligator. Wild officials later confirmed the animal was not seriously harmed, just a little bit sticky. The suspect now faces charges related to unlawful possession of wildlife and disorderly conduct. So keep in mind, it's not like this was his pet. Apparently, my man just snatched it out of a canal or whatever and decided he needed to baptize it at a Waffle House with a pitcher of iced tea.
In his defense,
okay,
we don't know that alligator didn't need a spiritual intervention.
This is true.
And who knew you could get a whole pitcher of iced tea
at a Waffle House?
At a Waffle House. I didn't
That
know
part is not shocking.
No. I mean, you used to be able to get like a pitcher of Pepsi or tea at a pizza place.
Well, I don't know if
I'm
you
sure
could get
they
the pitcher
pour
or
it
if they
into
just...
your cup.
But either way, he grabbed a pitcher of iced tea and tried to baptize an alligator at a Waffle House because Florida.
More people would be getting baptized if you got sweet tea.
The sweet tea? Oh, God, I would be. I'm 18 different religions. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, it's going to contestant now in line for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Guys, it's no use putting it off. The best time for an underwear refresh is now. Tommy John underwear is designed for a perfect fit that stays put all day. There's zero chafe thanks to 4 times more stretch than competing brands. And their innovative horizontal quick draw fly is a game changer. With over 30 million pairs sold, there are thousands of men out there more comfortable than you. Don't settle for less. Go to TommyJohn.com today for 25% off your first order with code COMFORT. That's TommyJohn.com, code COMFORT. Tommy John. Comfort perfected.
Hey, it's Captain Ron, and as a Washington native, it's so important for me to work with companies who love it here just as much as I do. I want someone who calls it I-5 and not the 5, or laughs at me when I say I kind of miss the Tacoma aroma. That's why I use Pinky's Plumbing for every plumbing need I have. They're rooted in Seattle. They get Seattle. So remember, not all heroes wear capes, but in Seattle, our hometown heroes wear a big old pig on the side of their van. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
A new home, a new chapter, a whole new way of life. Tri Point Homes in Las Vegas offers more. More light, more style, and more space to live your best life. Search Tri Point Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more about Las Vegas living. Tri Point Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
Did you know that you can buy your car completely online on AutoTrader? Really? Just visit autotrader.com, filter and search through dealer listings for the car you want, make, model, color, and all the features that matter to you. Go ahead, get picky. Whether you're into subcompacts with heated cup holders, crossovers with all-wheel drive, pickups with kicking sound systems, or SUVs that can survive whatever chaos your kids unleash. Just drop in your info and you'll only see cars in your budget. Really. Once you find your one and only, you can do the whole deal online and have the car delivered to your driveway. Or you can pick it up at the dealership and drive your new ride right off the lot. Really. AutoTrader makes it easy to buy your car online because the whole process is designed around your wants and must-haves. AutoTrader. Buy your car online. Really.
No matter why you give, your donations can do so much more with a donor-advised fund from DAF Giving 360. You can get a tax deduction upon funding an account, and your assets can potentially grow tax-free as you recommend when and where to give. It's a tax-smart way to maximize your charitable giving from a fund with over 25 years of experience, bringing donors, financial advisors, and charities together. Make a greater impact with DAF Giving 360. Learn more at dafgiving360.org.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. And we print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.ca.
As a woman entrepreneur, you know that every connection counts, whether it's with your customers, your team, or your community. Spectrum Business is here to help you build those connections stronger and faster. Imagine running your business with fast, reliable, fiber-powered internet so you can stay connected to customers, employees, and vendors without having to worry. We know flexibility matters. That's why select Spectrum Business packages come with a 3-year price guarantee, so you can focus on running your business. Plus, enjoy savings on internet, phone, TV, and mobile services when you bundle, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contracts. With Spectrum Business, you get more than just internet. You get support with 100% U.S.-based customer service. Real people who understand small business, ready 24/7 to help you stay up and running. Join millions of business owners like you across America who trust Spectrum Business for reliability, speed, and support. Visit spectrum.com/business today to get started. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Every day feels better in a home designed around you. That means modern layouts, efficient design, and light-filled spaces that fit your lifestyle. Search TriPoint Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more and find your fit. TriPoint Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. All right, Sean, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. You have a choice today of 1 of 3 categories. Today we offer you Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally today, In the Buff, where the person is in fact naked. Either tell us why or where.
Analyze This.
Colorado Sheriff's deputies responded to the report of an animal on the loose in a residential neighborhood. Now they found it, and it turns out that the animal has its own Instagram following, because of course it does. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office said the deputies recently responded to a call that no one had on their bingo card, an animal on the run in the Highlands Ranch neighborhood. They arrived in the neighborhood to find the animal was already being returned home to its owners. Turns out the suspect was Charlie. It's very much real and very well known because, again, he has his own Instagram. Now, the deputies, they were welcomed into the owner's home to visit with Charlie, make sure everything was on the up and up, and it was. And as one deputy put it, quote, "I'm not going to lie, this is going to be the highlight of my year." Now, the question is, what kind of animal is Instagram famous Charlie? Is Charlie an alpaca, a peacock, a wallaby, or a miniature pony? Alpaca, peacock, wallaby, or miniature pony. Instagram famous Charlie is what?
I would say probably a peacock, but I want to know what Ted thinks.
I mean, what's a wallaby again?
It looks like a kangaroo. And like a smaller version of kangaroo, I believe it.
It's a miniature kangaroo.
I'm just thinking it's so, like, there's alpaca farms.
Sure.
I feel like
peacock farms.
It's got to be a wallaby or a mini pony because it has an Instagram, so it has to be cute.
You don't think alpacas are cute?
Not that cute. And I'm a big alpaca guy.
All right.
Okay.
Sean, I'm going to go wallaby.
Wallaby.
I'll go mini pony.
Mini pony for Ted. You sticking with peacock, Sean?
I know it's not a wallaby because they don't have them in the U.S. unless they're in a zoo. And I've seen peacocks, and they are crazy birds. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with peacock.
Peacock it is. Okay, what they wrangle in there? Alpaca, peacock, wallaby, or a miniature pony? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. And we print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.ca.
As a woman entrepreneur, you know that every connection counts, whether it's with your customers, your team, or your community. Spectrum Business is here to help you build those connections stronger and faster. Imagine running your business with fast, reliable, fiber-powered internet so you can stay connected to customers, employees, and vendors without having to worry. We know flexibility matters. That's why select Spectrum Business packages come with a 3-year price guarantee, so you can focus on running your business. Plus, enjoy savings on internet, phone, TV, and mobile services when you bundle, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contracts. With Spectrum Business, you get more than just internet. You get support with 100% U.S.-based customer service. Real people who understand small business, ready 24/7 to help you stay up and running. Join millions of business owners like you across America who trust Spectrum Business for reliability, speed, and support. Visit spectrum.com/business today to get started. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Every day feels better in a home designed around you. That means modern layouts, efficient design, and light-filled spaces that fit your lifestyle. Search TriPoint Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more and find your fit. TriPoint Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Broker's License Number B.0041921.corp.
99.9 KISW.
Categories analyze this on Profile This. We got Colorado deputies trying to catch an animal that was on the loose. When they got to the neighborhood, someone was already returning the animal to the owner.
Correct.
When they got there. So the question is, what was the animal? Was it an alpaca, a peacock, a wallaby, or a miniature pony?
And, Sean, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us start with the Ted Smith with the miniature pony.
Wasn't
Not
a
miniature pony. Sean, you went peacocks. Said peacocks are crazy. You are correct. However, not a peacock. And Miles, you went with the wallaby. Now, Sean said can't be a wallaby, except that it is. Charlie the wallaby.
Yeah. I figure if you're comfortable enough to pick the thing up and take it back, it can't be a peacock.
No,
it could be a
definitely not a
miniature
peacock.
pony, but not a peacock. Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with T.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Let's see. I guess we should start with the sad news. Get it out of the way first. Obviously, people probably heard, but actor Robert Duvall passed away on Sunday over the weekend. He was 95.
That's what I had to explain to my wife. As I say, Robert Duvall died just yesterday, and she's like, I mean, everyone's just dying. I said, he was 95.
He also has always looked 95. He's always looked the same.
Yeah, he's always looked kind of like an old man. But
I mean, in The Godfather,
he had hair.
Right, in Apocalypse Now, he's younger. But you're right, for the most part, he always looked kind of older.
Because he's 95, and just based on our age, he has always looked old, right? As long as we've been paying attention to him, considerably older.
Yeah. I would say, what's it? I think it's an 03. Probably his two most famous lines.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yep.
Your father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal.
They shot my father.
Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal, Sonny.
Right, so he was always the consigliere, the Godfather, and then right when you get to like Godfather 2, they kind of push him out.
Sure.
Right, but I mean, just great roles.
It's fun. Just not that he addressed it yesterday. I saw a clip yesterday where he was addressing the napalm in the morning thing. So he's on some talk show, and he's like, I didn't know the line would be that popular, man. He goes, honestly, like when we were filming the movie, I said the line and forgot that I ever said it. Even when I saw the movie, like, oh, yeah, that's a line. So he goes, but now I walk down the street, and that is the one thing that everyone yells to me. Everyone yells. And he goes, and here's the truth. I've never smelled napalm in my life.
Most people have not.
Yeah, I was going to say, but nobody has. But he just thought it was crazy. Like, all these movies I've done, that is the one thing everyone says to me.
Right. Well, right. He said Godfather 1 and 2, Apocalypse Now, MASH, Network, Days of Thunder, Colors, which is a great movie, The Natural.
Yep.
Right? He's the reporter, Sling Blade, Gone in 60 Seconds.
That was a TV show. Was it Lonesome Dove?
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah.
He said that was his favorite acting role.
Yeah, which he called the Godfather of Westerns. Didn't have any children. Obviously, everybody came out and talked about him in a loving manner. Also, a lot of things about the film director Tony Scott on Days of Thunder. And Robert Duvall apparently, what was it? Randy Quaid said, quote, now that Tony and Robert are both departed to heaven, I hope they're laughing together. I've never seen an actor rip a director a new a-hole quite like Duvall did on Days of Thunder.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and I mean, look, that scene in Days of Thunder, right, where he's got him in there and he's like going over the car and how much you have to know about it and this and that. I mean, you don't even have to like cars to be like, it's, you know what I mean? It just shows you how much it kind of mattered. And that's great acting. You know what I mean? Because like you almost forget like that. He's not a race car driver or engineer or anything. So yeah, just sad story there. And obviously, again, though, he's 95.
95.
A friend of mine, their grandfather just passed away, and I was talking to him on Friday, and I said, I'm really sorry. And my buddy's wife, it was her grandfather.
Yeah.
She was like, don't be that sorry. And I was like, what's up? She's like, he's been a widower for 17 years. Like he was, same thing. He's like 85. Right. Like basically, it sounded like he was about done. It sounded like he was just done with this realm.
Okay.
Right. So she was like, don't feel bad. Like towards the last couple of years, he really was just like, I miss my wife. Like, why am I still alive? I was like, all right, yeah. You don't really think about it that way. But it is, right? So, but for him, obviously living on his ranch and everything, but 95, that's a solid life, great career.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
They're saying he had a pretty good career.
Also funny, it mentions Days of Thunder. I did watch the 500 this weekend.
Okay.
I actually sat there and watched the whole race. Like I was clicking over to United States versus Germany in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, you haven't seen Germans get beat like that since 45.
Whoa.
I mean, we were giving them the business. So I was, right, 44 to 45. So I'm watching Daytona, right? I'm just sitting there. My buddy said, I said, I'm gonna watch this race. So it is fun. It is exciting when they go 3 wide. But I get with like some people are saying they don't like new NASCAR. I don't know a ton about NASCAR, but even I know they do the stages, right? You get points for winning some stages, and then basically the race, they're just got to kind of cruise around, and then towards the last, there's going to be a wreck, and then I looked at my buddy. There was a wreck. I want to say like lap 12 or 11. And I go, hang on. For what I know, I'm more of an F1 guy. I said, but what I know about NASCAR is there's going to be another wreck right before this race ends. And damned if there wasn't. That seems to be the new thing. And because I guess they save fuel on some of these super speedways. And then when they get to the end, somebody from one team is just going to wreck everybody.
Gas it, right. Oh.
So there's always a giant wreck towards the end of the race. So like I was telling Mike, I forget this one guy, I saw his on dash, and he was like in 15th or something, and he just starts dropping back, and his team's like, what are you doing? He's like, there's got to be the big one. I don't want to get wrapped up.
I just don't want to be part of it.
They're like, well, you're in 30th now. He's like, he's like, it's fine. And then he ends up finishing 15th because he was smart enough to get away from kind of the pack there. So NASCAR fans, I get why you're pissed.
Is there any big names anymore? Like it used to be back in the day, you would know who Tony Stewart is and all these guys, and the Jeff Gordons of the world, the Earnhardts of the world. Is there one of those guys we go, oh, yeah, we know him?
I mean, you still have like Denny Hamlin's in there.
Okay.
But he's got a team, right? So he's on that team with Jordan. So he didn't win the race, but he kind of won.
Sure.
Bubba Wallace is pretty big.
Yeah.
These NASCAR people are going to kill me. There's other bigger names. Yeah. I just don't know them. Like I said, I don't watch it enough.
But that's what we're saying. Like, look, certain names just transcend the sport, right? You don't have to like NBA basketball. You know who LeBron James is. You know who Tiger Woods was, right? But you're right. With NASCAR, there were names, whether I watched NASCAR or not. Like, I know exactly who
Jeff
you
Gordon
are, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a thin line, right? Because they're doing it in F1 too as well. Like, they're trying to use more electric and this and that. And it's like, I don't know. Like, the one thing I do know about auto racing I like is just let them go fast.
Yes.
It's supposed to be dangerous. Now, I do agree with like F1 that Halo is genius, right? And that saved a lot of lives. But also, I don't know, give them back the V8s and let the boys rip.
It is a race.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
But it is also insane when they're in those groups in NASCAR and they're like 3 wide, just going around the track. Like, can you imagine going almost 200 miles an hour?
Nope.
Just sitting on somebody's bumper.
Well, there's no lines on the road.
And I got to hope Miles doesn't come over to my lane. I'm just like, I would be terrified.
I don't know where the lane is.
Right. But again, that's probably why we're not NASCAR drivers.
I know why you're not.
Hey, Rubbins Racing. Speaking of which. All right. So you got the Olympics going on, too. What's the one winter sport you think you'd like to try?
Oh, curling. Without a doubt.
All right. Well, yeah.
You mean as far as adrenaline goes?
I mean, for me, I've always wanted to ride in a bobsled.
Oh, I go skeleton then.
Wow.
That's a little one, right? Where you just sit on
but
there.
You're facing
forward.
forward.
Yeah,
exactly. You're facing forward.
Well, that's how I used to do do sled riding.
Well, sure, but you were never going that fast.
Not at 70 miles an hour, Miles.
Well, I'm not going to go that fast. I'm not going to run up and take off. I'm going to gently, sit down.
You're still going to go like
give
40.
me a little push, and then see if I can keep that mother in the lane.
All right, so the first one we'll play here is Colin Jost.
Okay.
Right? He's going to do the bobsled, and this is them kind of talking a little bit about it and his honest reactions.
I went down the bobsled. I went from start point 1 at the top with a very gifted driver, thankfully, Brian Burkhorn, and I was not prepared for the level of terror of this bobsled. I swear to God, I thought I was going to die. I thought my back was going to snap in half. I thought my bones were going to fly off my body and be littered all up and down the bobsled track. It was by far the scariest experience I've ever had in my life. Oh, my God!
All right, so there's like a longer version of this, too. And I'm with you. I always thought, like, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, he's getting in the two-man bobsled, right? And what he's saying from start point 1, basically, he doesn't have to push it. He's just got to sit in there and then go down the track. Now, this one's a little bit longer. You start playing it.
Astronauts blasting off into space, they pull about 3 Gs or so.
So they're explaining to him.
About 5. You ready?
Cool.
Yeah. Here we go. Sorry if I'm screaming. It's fine. The louder you scream, the faster we go. Oh, God.
So they're kind of joking around. But, I mean, this goes on for like a minute. I mean, it sounds terrifying.
Whoa! This is so much faster than I thought. Ow! Ow! Oh, my God! Oh! All I see is ice! Ah! Oh, my God! Oh,
Right?
my God! Brakes! Now you can pull them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if he's having fun.
It does not sound like it.
And look at pictures. Like the two things I noticed this weekend, I saw some pictures. Like it's amazing how high like the banks on those NASCAR tracks are.
Yeah.
It's same with that. I saw guys cleaning the ice, and they're like in a turn. And I mean, it looks like they're almost going like above their head to clean it.
Wow.
Like I don't think people realize how far up and how scary that is.
Well, I can't imagine those things are terribly comfortable either. They're built for speed, so they don't want to get weighed down by a bunch of cushioning for you. So I wonder if he's just on a piece of plywood as he's going down.
Well,
So he feels every
when you see the run at Whistler, you're like, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then once you get up to the top and look down, like, that is much steeper than what I can see from like the tram.
I mean, I just did like a year ago in April. I just did the Alpine slides up in Leavenworth.
Yeah,
and that's the same thing. Like you could use your brake. So the whole morning we're like, I'm not using a brake. What am I, a pansy? I had to hit the brake a couple times as I got scared. Right, and I know that's not going to go off the track, so I can't imagine sliding down.
Has
he changed your tune on a guided tour of a bobsled down the run, Ted?
I don't know. Like, if I was somewhere and you could pay the money, I want to say Lake Placid. I don't know if they do it anymore. I want to say for years you could do that in Lake Placid. But I don't know.
Who used to do that? Was it Herschel Walker?
I think
Wasn't he like the bat guy? One of the guys who just like a job was just.
I think it was him or Bo Derek. It's one of those two just massive.
Well, I think it was
dudes.
Herschel Walker, right? Because when he got done with football, and I want to say he almost qualified or did qualify for an Olympics for the bobsled. And then I think he got into MMA for a while and was like fairly deep. People were just like, how is this guy almost 50?
He's just an athlete.
He is. And he was famous, right? He didn't really lift weights. He just did
push-ups during commercial breaks.
Push-ups.
Watching TV.
Right, but he racked up like 1,000 or 2,000 every day, sit-ups and push-ups.
It was something like
just
that.
Constantly. And it's right, so I shouldn't say he didn't lift weights. He just did his body weight all the time. But that guy was an extreme athlete.
Well, that was the thing. Other players were just like he doesn't really go into the weight room, man. But when you see him, this guy is chiseled. He's built like a brick ass house. And like, the dude can just drop and do push-ups like beyond anything you've seen.
Yeah, it's funny. There was a guy that was a couple years behind me at DeMatha, right? He was a monster of a man, already had a six-pack and everything, but you never caught him in the weight room, right? Then he got a full ride to Penn State. And then like somewhere between Penn State and then he played a couple years in Canada. And he was like, I started really lifting. Then he played 12 years in the league.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, he was already that just good and massive. But, yeah, you see some of those guys. Also, the short track speed skating, I like. I kind of got into a weird conversation. I said, what do you think about the clap skate? My buddy's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, it claps back now. So he kind of extends. He's like, I don't know. Why do you care? And I'm like, I just do.
Because football's not in season.
Yeah. Football's not in season.
That's basically the answer.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It was a lonely day, right? Because Sunday, you had that 500, and then I watched NBA.
What about Pebble Beach?
All-Star game. But after Pebble Beach, I'm just saying, Sunday night and then yesterday, man, I was a lost man. I told Mike I had to start a new series. Jesus. You gotta watch something.
That's why we ended up at the bar. Right? We did some errands earlier in the day, and we were both saying to each other, God, it just feels so good to be home and not have to do anything. We got one phone call like, all right, we're going to the bar. But again, there's no football for me to watch. So I'm like, I got nothing else going on.
Yeah, it was very strange. But also I was saying to Mike, like me and my buddy Saturday night, we just started watching Super Bowl highlights because I was like, it's only been a week. We can still enjoy this.
One of the people I was with last night, she was like, I was talking to my son, like, well, football season's over. What do you want to do? And they both agreed, like, let's rewatch the Super Bowl. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and like I said, to me, it helps having the Olympics. But, like, hockey's not in the playoffs yet, right?
Correct.
NBA's not in their playoffs yet. Like,
Not
March
March
Madness
Madness
will be around the corner. But, like, to me, these are, like, just kind of three quiet
It almost seems like and curling is stealing the show as far as the amount of televised time that I've seen so far.
I'm with you. I feel like curling's on all the time. And there's a big to-do. Canada guy's
finger on
kind of touching it afterwards. But I don't know.
But he's known for that.
But I don't know if it's super illegal because it's not past the green line yet.
Well, I think it also has to do with the fact that you can see these people's faces, actually. And a lot of them are very attractive. And it's an interesting sport to watch. So, like, they don't have goggles on or helmets on. Like, you actually see who these people are.
Mm-hmm. If you want to be impressed, look up one of the speed skaters. Forget his name, but just look at his quads. I mean, you talk about chiseled definition. It's unreal.
It's that guy.
It's that guy.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. A man gets arrested after the police accidentally sent him their own sensitive files. Meanwhile, in Japan, a 72-year-old whips it out on a train and smiles. Police chief is jailed after setting 13 different fires to people he didn't like. One swan shouldn't have gone out a frozen pond for a morning hike. And a guy tries to steal a van and gets locked inside. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, top story. We go to Florida, where carjackers need more practice. Doorbell camera footage shows a landscaping van arriving at the residence, and the crew members grab their equipment and start their day. Unfortunately, treachery was afoot, as a man is seen jumping into the van, presumably to steal it. Unfortunately, after the would-be thief jumped into the van, the landscaper with the keys locked the door behind him as they began their work, leaving the carjacker locked inside. They had no idea that he was in there. He screams for help and kicks at the door and attempts to free himself, but ultimately is unable to escape until authorities arrive on the scene and the van is unlocked. He tried to say that he was running from the neighborhood dogs as an excuse for being in the van, but the surveillance footage tells a different story, and the man was arrested.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice shot. So my guess is he jumped into the back of it to maybe steal equipment.
That's my thought. You think, like, close the back door so no one sees him.
Exactly. And then he'll be able to get out of it. But then all of a sudden, once those things lock, there's no way to unlock it from the inside and the back.
Why wouldn't you just break the window and climb out?
I don't know that it had any windows.
Oh.
It might be one of those that was just closed off.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
You know, I'm trying to make sense of it because I thought the same thing. It's like, well, you can just grab the handle and go. So that means he didn't have access to the front.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, yeah.
Now it's funnier.
Oh, yeah, I'm running away from dogs. And the landscapers used a good bit of logic there as well. And they said, look, we could have let the guy out, but there's machetes and stuff back there.
We don't know what he's coming out with.
We don't know what he's going to do when he jumps out. So we got to wait for the authorities. Arrested. In other news, over to Maryland, where a former police chief in Montgomery County won't see the outside world again. Though he doesn't know what he did to be the target of the former chief's wrath, a local man was the victim of several arson strikes against him, all found to be set by our retired lawman. It turned out that our boy had a proclivity for starting fires to punish those that he saw as rivals or enemies, which apparently includes his own stepson.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's the one that we're talking about here.
Wow.
He pleaded guilty to the arson charges, which are then tacked on to several other arson charges that he was found to be in the source of, leading the man to a combined sentence of 2 life terms and 75 years. Given that he's in his mid-70s, he's not expected to see freedom for the rest of his days.
I'm confident that he will not.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to survive this one.
Jesus.
And as Miles said, 13 fires. So this man had something wrong with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad.
And rivals and enemies.
Well, you also have to wonder what he did when he was serving.
Exactly.
that no one ever found out about.
Right. Which I'm sure that they're going to be digging at him for the next, life sentence or two as we're going through to figure that out. So that's fun. Meanwhile, in Japan, another man in his 70s is facing charges of public indecency. He was arrested after it was reported that he had exposed himself on the local subway. Several witnesses collared him as the man that was on the subway with his bottoms down and his nethers exposed for all commuters to see. Because who doesn't want to see 70-year-old giblets? What's more is he had the perfect excuse when officers arrested him. Sweet chariot. He's alleged to have had no recollection of the incident, saying that he doesn't remember doing it, but admits that he's forgetful, so it's entirely possible. That's the perfect way to go.
Yeah, I don't remember pulling my junk out.
Exactly.
That's not a get-out-of-jail-free card.
That was in an old Billy Gardell stand-up. You know the guy from Mike and Molly? That he had that in his stand-up. He's like, I'm leaving sticky notes everywhere. That when I turn 70, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Because you're 70. They're not going to take you to jail. It's just like I'm going to be taking a bubble bath in the community pond, fountain. I don't know where I live.
He's just a crazy old man.
That's right. Just get him home. Over to the Netherlands. Or to Netherlands, I should say, where local authorities have egg on their faces. There's currently a PR issue with the police after a man contacted them with evidence that he wanted to submit in an investigation. The story goes that the police sent the man a link to upload his photos, but they accidentally sent him a link that gave him access to confidential files regarding several other active investigations. Oops. Due to him opening the link, the officers are now charging him with computer hacking.
Even though you sent him the link.
It is also worth mentioning that after learning about their blunder, they instructed the man to not open it and delete the link, to which he responded by holding it hostage, wanting some sort of compensation for his cooperation.
Okay, all right.
It's now led to a discussion on overreach within the local population. I thought that the same thing that you did, Steve. Like, as I'm reading, like, okay, well, you have nothing on the guy.
But they told him, like, don't do this.
Right, and the piece that I was reading did kind of go after the police, like, no, it's their fault. He totally said, like, why should I? Like, I want some sort of a finder's fee for the blood of the blood. It's like, you can't hold that hostage there, bud. That immediately turns it into an issue.
And how do you not know that?
Right. How did you think it was going to
sent to you from the police?
Right.
Like, that's okay.
They follow up.
Right.
They do. Right. Even if they paid you out, they know where you're at. Dummy. But just in case the story's left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to New York, where things are a little chilly. Officers received a report of an animal stuck on the ice, a mute swan that had landed on a frozen pond and gotten its tush stuck to the ice.
Did you say
just
mute?
The ass.
Yes.
So it can't make any noise.
I thought the same thing.
No, that's the name of the type of swan.
That is the style of swan. That's kind of your typical ugly duckling swan. You know, the white one with the little black things under their eyes.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
You thought it was actually a mute swan.
Right. I was like, how did he know it was mute? Yeah, it was just, you know what, I'm going to stop. This is such a gentle little swan. He doesn't know how to honk.
Poor guy. How long has he been there?
That's right. He can't tell people he's having problems.
Like, he could have been out there for days.
He doesn't know how to cry for help. This poor little swan. Hey, man, he's mute. Leave him alone. I felt the same way you did. I was like, I'm an idiot.
Can he hear me?
Right? I thought that was just a swan.
Yeah.
You just said, am I an idiot?
That's right.
Just real quick. I'm at IKEA yesterday. I'm there with my daughter. And I was looking for something. I don't remember what it is. And I just said to myself, am I stupid? And my daughter looks at me. She goes, you're kind of loud, too. What?
Wow.
It's like it's a rhetorical question, man.
She's getting a wit, man.
Love you too, baby.
Oh, yeah.
She's getting good.
Oh, yeah.
Video footage was released that features crew members wearing cold water rescue gear making their way out onto the ice. They were able to gently lift and relocate the swan. It was taken to a veterinary rehabilitation center to be treated
said
for
his ass was stuck.
Yes. Had the old...
Shouldn't have sat down.
The old stink knot there attached to the ice. It was bad.
I think it was hot.
I'm a stink knot.
little swan fart turned into stuck on the ice. Oh, no. As far as your sports, you got Olympic coverage over on NBC and USA. You also got college hoops over on ESPN2 and FS1. As far as your weather, a few showers and some possible snow tonight as we drop down to a low of 32. Tomorrow they expect plenty of cloud cover and some possible drizzle with a high of 44. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. The lovely Jolene is up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. And we print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now, new customers can get 20% off with code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.ca.
If you're the kind of person who reads ingredient labels, for yourself, for your coffee creamer, for literally everything, it makes sense to care just as much about what you're feeding your dog. That's why so many dog parents are choosing Healthy Dogma. Healthy Dogma makes dog food with real, recognizable ingredients. No fillers, no mystery ingredients. Just thoughtfully sourced nutrition that actually makes sense. Their protein-added Pet Mix complete meals are gently dehydrated to preserve goodness and make life easier. And in minutes, mealtime is ready. It's simple, convenient, and feels like a better way to feed your dog without overthinking it. Because taking care of your dog shouldn't feel complicated. It should feel aligned with how you already live. Right now, you can save 20% on your first purchase at healthydogma.com with code HEALTHY. That's 20% off your first purchase at healthydogma.com with code HEALTHY. Healthy Dogma, food made with care.
Every day feels better in a home designed around you. That means modern layouts, sufficient design, and light-filled spaces that fit your lifestyle. Search TriPoint Homes or call 702-637-9349 to learn more and find your fit. TriPoint Homes is an equal housing builder. Nevada Contractors License Number 3633A. NRED Brokers License Number B.0041921.corp.
Donor-advised funds from DAF Giving 360. Your clients can donate cash, publicly traded securities, or appreciated assets like real estate. It's a simple, tax-smart way to give. Learn more at dafgiving360.org/advisors.
At Amica Insurance, we know it's not just about where you're going, but who you go with. That's why we work even harder to protect what matters most. And as a mutual insurance company, we're built for our customers and prioritize your needs. Amica, empathy is our best policy. Visit amica.com and get a quote today.